Hello everybody and welcome to another Saturday night stack chat with me, the Stack Collector. It is fantastic to see you all here. We'll have a quick look at who's here in the chat. We've got 𝗬𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗃, Ian Ritchie, Barry Wiggins and Joker's Wild, all winning themselves 10 groin coins for being the first 4 people in the chat. I don't know what was going off with my microphone. Thank you very much for pointing that out, 𝗀𝗺𝗃. I really do appreciate it. I had to turn it off and back on a couple of times and then it was working again, so I do apologise, guys. Who else we got here? We've got Stu's Metal Detection. It's always a pleasure to see you, mate. 𝗺cie is here as well as Blazing as well. Ian Ritchie is here. Fantastic to see you, my friend. Who else we've got? We have got Sound Money Stacking. We've got 𝗲𝗏𝗄𝗏. We've also got Tim A. Fluff and Mitchy Stacker as well. We've got Jamie Frost. My good friend 𝗀𝗺𝗃𝗏 is here as well. As I say, thanks for the heads up with the sound. And everybody else who said it as well, I really do appreciate it. Who else we got here? Let's have a look. We've got East End Dave, Brits and Souls. Great to see you, my friend. And I think I'm getting to the end of it now. I do apologise if I missed anybody, but that is me up to date right there. How are we all doing, guys? I hope we're all having a fantastic weekend or start to the weekend. Well, we're midway through, aren't we, really? But we're going to start things off in the usual fashion by taking a quick look at what has been happening in the world of precious metals in the last 7 days. And my word, guys, my word, what is going off with silver? But we'll get there in a second. If we start off with gold, we'll see it's gone from £3,152.16 to £3,219.27 on the pound, which is an increase of £67.11 or 2.13%. On the dollar, it's gone from $4,199.22 up to $4,300.99, which is an increase of $101.77 or 2.42%. Silver on the pound has gone from £43.89 up to a staggering £46.55 on the pound, which is an increase of a further £2.66 or 6.06%. On the dollar, it's gone from $58.49 to $62.10, which is an increase of $3.61 or 6.17%. On platinum on the pound has gone from £1,246.41 to £1,317.01. On the dollar, it's gone from £1,660.08 up to $1,759.81, which is an increase of £70.60 or $99.73. Which is 5.66% on the pound and 6.1% on the dollar. And as I say, guys, what an incredible week for silver. We're now over £46 on the ounce and $62 as well. Things that have been contributing towards that on the short term, we've seen further interest rates cut by the US Fed, which has weakened the dollar somewhat, and that has definitely increased the value of silver and also made it more desirable for people who maybe would have had their money in other assets such as bonds, etc. So yes, we're seeing a bit of movement on that, and on the long term, as we've been saying, you know, for weeks and weeks and weeks now, guys, you've got the deficit in industry, which is very much adding to that, as well as there's a bit of a difficulty at the moment for people to get hold of the stuff. It's it's not the easiest to get hold of at the moment. Suppliers are finding it very difficult to get stock, and that is reflected in the price as well. So that's pretty much the main 3 things that have been affecting the price of silver this week. But my word, will we hit 50 by the end of the year? Who knows? Who knows? Got every single chance to, hasn't it? It really has at the moment. So let's keep an eye on that. See what it does next week. I'm not even making a prediction, guys. I don't know what it's going to do. I do think we'll have a bit of a kickback. I don't think it's going to go down too much. I really don't. But we'll have to wait and see this time next week. Sorry, let's do it. Let's go 50 quid by this time next week. It'll be the last stack chat of the year. This is the second to last stack chat of the year. So let's see if we can do it. Get silver to 50 quid by the end of the year. That would be absolutely fantastic, wouldn't it? So next up, we'll have a look at the new releases from the Royal Mint. And if I just pop this over here very quickly and pop us down here, we can see that we've had the 3rd issue in the Portraits of the Queen series by the Royal Mint. And this one, of course, is celebrating my favourite effigy, my personal favourite, which is the Raphael David McClure effigy of Queen Elizabeth, which was the third one to be used on British coinage. It's set upon a radial background with a legend that reads Portrait of the Queen 1985 to 1997, which of course was the years of which this effigy was used on coinage. It's got the standard Martin Jennings obverse, but the reverse, as we can see right here, was designed by Gordon Summers, and a great job I believe that Gordon's done on that as well. The 1 ounce silver proof, as you can see right here, will set you back £129.95 plus costs, etc. There'll be postage on this because it's commemorative, not an investment, etc., etc. But if we go down to look at the specifications, you can see that we've got a maximum mintage of 4010, a denomination of £5, which tells me it's 925 at sterling silver, as we can see right there, and it's got a weight of 28.28 grams and a diameter of 38.61 millimeters. As I say, designed by Gordon Summers and Martin Jennings to a proof standard, and it's been done this year, and it's got a milled or reeded edge, as I like to say. If we flick back over, we can see that we've also got a 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗃, so this will be double thickness, £5 coin. So if we look at the coin specifications on this, you've got 56.56, which of course is 28.28 times 2. So it's pretty much the same coin, just twice as chunky, guys. And I do think it's a very nice coin, I really do. So let me know what your thoughts of that are. I'm really interested. Design-wise, I haven't got an issue with it. I think it's a brilliant series. I think the Royal Mint have done a great job of designing these. I'm just not buying the silver proofs myself at the moment, just due to the premium costs on them. So I won't be picking it up myself, but do let me know if you're looking to get that yourselves. But let's go back to the studio. Here we go. Right then, guys. I genuinely don't know what was going off with my microphone. I just had to turn it off and back on a couple of times, and it started working. But it wasn't anything this end, guys. It wasn't me for once, at least. Coin Noob says I'm also twice as chunky. I don't know. Just twice as much of you to love. Griff, that's all I'm saying, mate. That's all I'm saying. Right, guys. I was supposed to have a guest tonight. Unfortunately, they messaged me early on today to let me know, due to other things that have come up, they're not able to join us tonight. So I'm kind of winging this. I obviously had a guest planned and we were going to have a chat, etc., etc. So it's not going to be a long one. For two reasons, really. One, because I'm hungry and I want to get some snap. I'm going to be honest with you. And also because I'm at the the West Midlands Coin Fair tomorrow. And I want to get an early morning, so I don't want to be up too late tonight. I was distracted right there by 𝗖ście𝗺𝗺𝗃 fantastic coin. I don't fault you getting this, mate. I don't fault you. I thought the Angel was a nice design. I really do. If I was buying silver proofs, I probably would have bought that one, and I probably would have bought the one we've just been looking at. And they're the two, the ones that have been released recently, but I think I generally would have got them if I was still buying silver proofs, which I'm not at the moment, because I've shifted more onto other kind of premium pieces like the stackables and the weapons, etc. that I've been picking up recently. So yeah, I'll get bored of them eventually and move on to something else. That's how I'd like to do it. It does keep a lot of variety to the stack though. Ham and pineapple pizza, mate, controversial. Every now and again, not always, not often, but every now and again, just nobody else needs to know. It could be mine and the pizza's little secret, just slip into the oven and just keep it at that. You know what I mean? Nobody else needs to know. But yeah, every now and again, pineapple on pizza. That's all I'm going to say. Ham and pineapple pizza. Ham and pineapple. Well, yeah, I've just done that one, haven't I? What am I talking about? I don't know. The Angel, that a new Roman coin. It is, mate. It is. Yes. I think did we look at it last week with Backyard Bullying? I can't remember when we looked at that one. But yeah, it is. It's a silver proof issued by the Royal Mint. If you want to have a quick look at it, because I've still got the Royal Mint website open. Hello. Oh, waiting for me. That's what we're waiting for. I'm thinking load. Here we go. Yeah, so this is the brilliant uncirculated version. Obviously, this is a 𝗕𝗂𝗀 version, but it's the same coin as issued in silver proof, design-wise, etc. And it is a beautiful design, isn't it? You know, right there you've got a is it St. George? I'm guessing it's St. George still. I don't know. As an angel, couldn't really tell you. It probably is in the information if I read it a little bit more. But we've got the dragon or the serpent at the bottom right there. So maybe St. Michael and the serpent, perhaps. I'm not sure. Let's have a look, see if we can find out. If we go down to the information. A modern reinterpretation of the historic angel coin. The reverse of a coin depicts the Archangel Michael slaying Satan, i.e. the serpent, who is represented as a dragon. There you go. There you go. I fumbled my way to it. Which I'm glad to see right there. Archangel Michael, I think, yes, absolutely, mate, absolutely. You know, but it does it does have George of the Dragon vibes, though, doesn't it? You know what I mean, with the dragon at the bottom. You know, I'm just so used to seeing George of the Dragon. Speaking of George of the Dragon, new pickup this week. This pickup of the week for me this week, guys, and the only one that's really worth showing you, is this little beauty right here, which is a Benedetto Pestrucci George slaying the dragon, and it's quite a special one, and some of you would have picked out why already. And that is the year, and 1902, because this is the only year that was struck for King Edward VII, and it has quite a premium to it, this coin does, and it's been one that's been on my list for a little while now, and I've wanted one in nice condition, so I've been able to get myself a beautiful 1902 silver crown right there, with a obverse right here of King Edward VII as designed by artist George William de Soules. It has a legend that reads Edvardus VII de Gra Brit Rex Fid Death ind Imp, which of course is abbreviated Latin and would translate to Edward VII, by grace of God, King of all Britons, Defender of the Faith and Emperor of India. If we have a quick look, we can see that it has got an edge inscription which reads Decus e tutemen anno regni I, which of course would translate to an ornament and a safeguard, second year of reign. And as I say right there, we've got the Benedetto Pestrucci George slaying the dragon with a date of 1902 at the bottom. It's a stunning piece, it really is. I got one also, but they're going for 150 quid plus now currently. Absolutely, absolutely. They, as I say, they do have a bit of a premium to them, these ones do. So that's why it's taken me a bit of a while to get it, but we can now add it to the back there. So we've got, on our lineup of crowns, our mug shots, we've got George III, George IV, Queen Victoria, Edward VII, Edward V, and George V and George VI. So yeah, a good range of British monarchs right there. I can't have spicy Benson, mate. Yeah, I can't have spicy because my stomach, I get bad stomach pains if I have out spicy. I do like spicy food, but you know, I come to regret it. I really do. George of the Dragon coin was inspired by the angel, which is an older design that was found on hammered coins. There you go. There you go. Thank you very much, Robot Toaster. Alaskan, great to see you, my friend. Thank you very much for joining us. Right then, guys. So if you've got any questions or anything like that, or any topics you want to discuss, whack them into the live chat. Otherwise, I've got a few pieces to get through, a couple of bits of unboxings to do from things I've been sent by people in the community, and then we've got the duck race to do, of course. So I'll go through everything that's in the duck race, and we'll look to get that done probably pretty soon tonight, and I can go and get some food and get to bed, which is what I want to do tonight, to be honest with you. But I do love seeing you all. Don't get that twisted. Don't get that twisted. Right, let's have a look. We've got a card, a smallish package, and quite a large package that's come from Brits and Softs, and I know that because he waxed his sticker on the box there. So, airmail. This one has come from. It's got a name there, so I'm not going to say the name just in case. Got an idea of who it is because it says it's come from Canada. Let me have a quick look. A warm Christmas wishes. Got a little cat there, little pussy cat. Look, oh bless it. And inside it says, "To the only TSC All right, what's my name again? To be only TSC and a happy new year. Very best wishes for the holidays. 𝗕𝗂𝗕𝗂. 𝗕𝗂𝗕𝗂, that's incredibly generous of you, mate. Thank you very much for sending that across. I'll put that there so we can see it. That's very nice of you, and happy holidays to you too, 𝗕𝗂𝗕𝗂. And I don't do Christmas cards myself, but if I did, you would definitely be getting one from me. Right, well, next up, we'll move on to... sorry, everyone who said hi, couldn't reply as to bloody shopping deliveries. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. But thanks for joining us, GSH, mate. It's great to see you there. This one has come from 𝗖̌cie𝗺𝗺𝗃. So I'm not sure what's happening there. Can't remember ordering anything. So just bear with, guys. Just bear with. Okay. Right. We've got a note here, and that says, "Hello, TSC. We hope this package brings a smile your way. Inside, you'll find a bundle of fun items prepared especially for your duck race giveaways. Thank you for all the excitement, energy, and community spirit you bring each week. Wishing you a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Quack on and have an amazing time." And that's from Blazing and his partner. So thank you so much, Blazing. That's incredibly generous of you. It really is. So let's have a look at the little bundles he sent across for the giveaways. Right here we can see we've got Duck Race Champion you get for winning the duck race. Love that, mate. Love that. I think that might be a sticker. I think it is. It is. It's a sticker, not a business card. That's fantastic. So we've also got Shut the Duck Up. Shut the Duck Up. Love it, mate. That's fantastic. Thank you very much. We've got Blazing's poker chip right there. Absolutely fantastic. And right here we've got sticky print pixels as well, and a little QR code right there for you to scan. So that's incredibly generous of them. And right here we've got, looks like a little 1 ounce one. Oh, let's have a look. What's this? I was going to say, is this really fine gold? Have you really sent a load of little chunks of gold there? But it does say copy on it. So, lovely little novelty item. I really did like that. It got me going for a second. I was like, wow, it's 10 gram of gold, guys. Check it out. That's incredible. But no, it does say copy on it. So, very nice touch, and you got me there for a second. And they all look to be pretty much the same. So I'm going to pop one on the pile there for tonight's duck race, and I'll pop these back in the bag for a future one. Temu Gold. Yeah, it looks like it. Nearly got me, but not quite. Close, but no cigar. But so we stick it under Sigma, see what it says. I'll if it comes back and says like it's 999 fine gold, it's authentic fake gold. One of them. Here we go. Get the metal on. Get the right metal, guys. Pure gold. Here we go. We all know it's going to come back and say yes, it's 100% real, don't we? We all do. Oh my God! Look at that! It's great. No, it's not. It's not same thing now, but yeah, no, you can see. It's off the scale to the right there. That is so. Yeah, don't be thinking you've just made yourself a good little amount of gold there. What would that be? That'd be, close to £1,000 worth, wouldn't it? 10 grand. Yeah, it would be. So good one. I like it. Very nice. Right then, guys. Like I said, we've got the next one, which is this one, which has come from, as I say. Nearly show my address. Did I show my address? I don't think I did. No, there you go. Right, let me be careful with this because it's still got the address on it. So this is, as I say, come from Brits and Sovs. Benson, how you doing, mate? If there's anyone who's joined that I haven't noticed and I haven't said hello to, I do apologise, guys. I really do. I was safe. Oh, thanks, Alan, mate. I do appreciate it. There we go. Check this out, guys. Wow. My word. drowning in it here. Jesus Christ, Brits. Yeah. I don't know what's going on here. Right. Okay. Okay, there's still more in here. Oh no, he's done it again. Oh no. He's trying to kill me, guys. He's trying to... He's literally trying to kill me here. Oh no. Let's read the note. Let's see what's going off here. This is an insane amount of stuff, this is. Nerd, how you doing, my friend? Great to see you. Okay, this side. Right, I'm going to do the try and do my best Brits and Sovs accent. 𝗕𝘂𝗺𝗺 oi oi, you shiny metal magpie. First things first, mate. Merry Christmas. Hope you and yours are having a good one. Full of food, family, and far too much chocolate, like the rest of us. Now, I've stuck a big bag of sweets in this parcel for you, because I know full well you've got a proper sweet tooth. I have, mate, and I'm gonna eat it all in one go again. You watch. If there's still any left by the end of my life, I'll be generally stopped. No, because if I open it during the live, it'll just be a live stream of me eating sweets, mate. So I'll withstand till after the live stream, and that's me done for the night. I'm gonna go into a sweet coma. You watch. I reckon they won't even make it to the adult race. Yeah, they wouldn't do if I was eating them live, mate. They really wouldn't. I've also added some status social merch in there for you to use in your weekly giveaway bundles. Spread a little bit of that shiny community love about. On top of that, I've chucked in some of my own Brits and Sovs stickers. I can't do the accent. I'm sorry, Dave, mate. Butchered it there. Plus a few doubles I've received from the community as well. Very kind of you, buddy. So you've got plenty to give away. It's like a lucky dip, but with more stickers and less disappointment. Oh, and I've also added a Christmas round made by none other than 𝗫𝗵𝗃 himself. A proper festive bit of shine to sweeten the pot even more. Thanks as always for everything you do for the community, mate. Proper appreciated and never taken for granted. Stack high, stay golden, East End Dave. Oh, mate, that's genuinely kind of you, mate. Thank you so much. 𝗕𝘂𝗺𝗺 impression is making 𝗃𝗵𝗁 play over. 𝗃𝗵𝗁. All right, governor, how we doing? Get away with apples and stairs. Apples and stairs, apples and pears. I don't bloody know, guys. Let's have a look at what he's sent here. This is insane, guys. It really is. Brits and Sovs, East End Dave. What a guy. What a guy. Can we please all just give him some love? We need to give Brits and Sovs some love here, because he sent an insane amount. BBA. I need a link, man. I need a link right now, guys. For Brits and Sovs. Come on, BBA. You know what to do. Here we go. You've got Stackers Social, Keyring, and Bottle Opener here. Check these out, guys. These are insane. Look at this. And you've also got a little Stackers Social band. I'm nicking one. I don't care. I'm nicking one. I'm having it. I want a Stackers Social band. There you go. I'm wearing that everywhere. I'm never taking it off. You've got a little keyring here. Better than you having a laugh at Nerd UK. First. He is a top fella, he really is. Look at these Stackers Social keyrings, Stackers Social bottle openers, Stackers Social bracelets. Absolutely insane. He's sent loads of these across, so there's one of them going into tonight's duck race as well. And I'll so these are all other packets of the exact same stuff there. That's how generous he's been. Mate, honestly, no, thank you. Thank you, Dave. This is insanely generous of you. It really is. So then we've got some Brits and Bobs. Not Brits and Bobs. Sorry, mate. Brits and Sovs. Because we sound a little bit similar, don't we? There we go. Right. Try and open this in a way that they don't all go everywhere. Right. So you've got... Oh, there are... Okay. Is it 3 different types of stickers, mate? Dave? Oh no, 4 is it? I think it's 4 different types. You got a couple of big ones right here, Brits and Sovs, Bits of Sovs, both fantastic stickers. And then you've got the smaller, shinier versions right there as well. So they're going in as well. Absolutely fantastic. And then we've got some Garrett metal detecting sticker. Let's throw that in there. We'll get a Crowncast sticker in there. Brits and Sovs, this is incredibly generous. Silver Sins. Got one of them in there already. What's this here? There's one of them in there already. 7 stacks. Let's have a look. Liquid metal sticker. And I think there's one of all the rest in there already, but we'll save them for future duck races as well. Was all that paid from Sharon? I'm not sure what that, I'm not sure, mate. I'm not sure. So that's the stickers. Dude, incredibly generous of you. And then right here, as you say, who is that? 𝗵𝗵𝗿 welcome to Copper membership. Fantastic to have you here with us. And then we've got this right here, which I assume is the piece from Silverpunk, and it says Merry Christmas. And is that a little stand? Is it, or oh, is it? Perhaps in here, maybe, I don't know. I think that might. Is that Nerd UK? Has that got your handiwork on it? Here we go. I can see Silverpunk right here. Let's have a look. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Merry Happy Xmas, it says on it. This is incredible work, guys. Punk, Brits and Sovs. That's incredible. Look at that. You got a Christmas duck right there, and it says Happy Xmas on it. I didn't drop it. I made you all believe I did. But we'll have to pop it in there, really, don't we, to give it its full glory. Look at that. That's fantastic, guys. That is fantastic. And then, as well as that, you've got the certificate of authenticity right here from Silverpunk, and it says Merry Xmas Duck, hand poured, weight 1.54 oz, 999 fine silver, no serial number applicable, 2025, and it's a 1 of 1. Guys, that's incredible work. That is. What is that for? Is that for me to give away? Let me know, buddy. Let me know. And if so, we'll probably leave it till next week if that's all right. Right then, guys, that's the 3 things I've got to open. Giveaway, yeah. Can we do it next week then for the last stack chat of the year? Is that all right? If you don't mind, because it'll be a bit closer to Christmas as well. I've done it, look. Yeah, close to right. Yeah. So next week's the last stack chat of the year. I've done it. I shouldn't have done that. So what we'll do. So no, you're just gonna have to wait for me to chew it, aren't you? Right. I'll take these away. Come on. Out of arm's reach. I won't be able to get them now. Right, yeah, so next week's the closest one I'm doing to Christmas. So we're going to be giving away a fantastic Silverpunk and Brits and Bob's piece right there. And I'm looking forward to being joined by my good friend 𝗀𝗺𝗺 next week, who was the first ever guest of the Stack Chats as well. So it'll be good to end the year with Griff. After that, we've got some fantastic live streams coming up towards the end of the year. There's going to be the charity auction over on 𝗀𝗶𝗃𝗃's channel. Don't forget that, guys. It's a fantastic thing he's doing. He's raising money for 𝗬𝗃, which is a great charity which works with mental health and people that are struggling with that kind of thing. So please do get involved. If you want to donate anything, do send it to 𝗀𝗵𝗃𝗃's PO box. I put a post out earlier today, so let me just find that and I'll tell you the address you need to send it to. If you do want to donate anything, literally anything is welcome. I'm putting a bundle together. I'm going to be donating a bundle to it for money to be raised for charity. But if you did want to send anything across, and like I say, it can be a non-silver collectible coin, just whatever you want to send. Everything is very, very appreciated. It really is. But his his address right here is 𝗀𝗶𝗃𝗀𝗃, PO Box 287, Sheerness, ME129DE. So, yeah, please do get involved. Sorry about that, guys. What's up? What are you sorry for? Don't you be sorry, Griff. You've got nothing to apologise for, my friend. So, yes, do get involved with that. And then on the 27th, I'm going to be joining 𝗖𝗺𝗺𝗀𝗺 as we host an award ceremony over in Stacker Social for the Stacker Social Members Award, which is going to be a lot of fun. That is going to be happening in Stacker Social. So make sure you do come across and join us for that one as well. See, I've had one little sweet and now I've got gas. No, that's what it does to me. Looking forward to it, Grifter. Yeah, why? Yeah, of course. Because right, so what can I win at a duck race, TSC? We'll see what we can do, mate. We'll see what we can do next week. Let's see. See what Santa brings for you, buddy. You never know. You might win this week. Who knows? We'll find out later. You guys got any topics you want to discuss, or do you want to just get the duck race over and done with? You know, we don't have to go on all night. We can go and do something in poker nut room in Stacker Social or something. Otherwise, don't forget, guys. There's been a fantastic couple of videos dropped. One was by Sound Money Stacking. He's put a video out there about how to navigate Stacker Social for anyone who's not so tech savvy and doesn't get around you know, social media as well as others. There's a fantastic video now for people to help them get their head around that kind of thing. Has Stack Collector on a promise? Yeah, it promised me my belly, mate. I'm starving, honestly. I'm really hungry and I want to get to bed early. But no, if you guys give me some topics and tell me what you want to talk about, we can talk about it, or we can do a duck race. It's up to you. I don't mind. You know, you guys are the boss around here. The other items I've got for the duck race, as well as all of that stuff, we're doing that next week, guys. Don't forget. So this is the stuff I put together with the help of the community, of course, as always. So we'll go through it really quickly. I think this is one of the biggest bundles ever, guys. It really, really is. So we've got an Israel coin sticker. There's some older stuff right here, like the Nerds Beef #1. That's because 𝗫𝗫 Metals, who won a previous duck race, donated them back into the duck race. So there's some stuff I've run out of, and we've got it again this week because 𝗫𝗫 Silver. So, mate, you're an absolute legend. Thank you very much. So we've got CY Sterling right there. You've got 𝗵𝗔𝗵𝗃 2 stickers right there. You've got Sound Money Stacking, the guy who's done a fantastic video for Stacker Social right there. You've got Ice and Fire right there. You've got Stacker Social. You've got the Queen Elizabeth stamp sticker. You've also got the Saturday Stack Chat and Stack Collector stickers as well. For business cards, you've got Ice and Fire 365, Stacker Social and Coin Noob right there. You've got the 1,000 guineas by the Governor himself, Mr. Ian Attenborough. You've got the obligatory rubber ducky right there. You've also got ladies and gents. I'm sorting myself out an early night. Got to work in the morning. Have a great one. Also remember to get your Christmas videos in for Stacker Social celebration, guys. There you go. You've got Cobra Stackers channel sticker, channel sticker right there as well. You've got the poker chips right here. Let's have a look. Quite a few. You've got Ice and Fire right there. You've got CY Sterling. You've got Stacker Social 1K You've got Ian Attenborough. You've got Jack Stacks. You've got Diaxis. You've got Silver Spectre. You've got the Saturday Night Stack Chat and Stack Collector, and you've got the 365 Days of Silver as well. And right there, you've got Mr. Nemo's Numismatics as well. Then copper rounds, you've got 2 this week. One's been donated by Ian, one's been redonated by 𝗫𝗫 Silver. The Geiger is by Ian, and the redonation by 𝗫𝗫 Silver is the Year of the Goat right there. A couple of beautiful little copper rounds. You've got by Ice and Fire, you've got a 1 gram silver bar right there. You've of course got the Cardiff Gold case. It's not all going to fit in there this week, is it? And then for me, you've got a 1931 500 half crown right there. Silver half crown with George V as designed by Bertram Edgar McKennell. And right there, you've got the George William de Soules for quarter shield right there. And then this is a beautiful little piece, guys. You've got a brilliant uncirculated mint 1964 Austrian 5 Schilling. Beautiful little silver 5 Schilling right there, in absolutely pristine condition. It really is. So that's your lot for tonight, guys. What a bundle, and that's because of the fantastic people in the community. That really is, you know, or everyone who's donated anything to the to tonight's bundle or any of the bundles and any Stack Chat up to you. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it, guys. I really can't. Let's have a look. Save me some of them sweets for tomorrow. No chance. I'm afraid none. They will be completely eaten. I'll do my best, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna eat them all. I had a butter chicken curry. There you go. Very nice, Tim. I'm hungry now. Yeah, me too. I'm starving, mate. I really am. I've got some paella and then a couple of steak baits. And I know don't sound like the best thing to have together, but I fancied paella and I fancied a steak bake and I fancied a chicken and ham and mushroom bake as well. So that's what I'm having. You know, I'm a grown man. I can make my own meals. You know, that's what it is. Just remember, I can post links now. I'm a mod. There you go. Yes, exactly, Robot Toaster. I'm cooking my pizza as we talk. I hope it's tasty, Stu. I'm always hungry. I make Craven look like size 0 model. Oh, you know, I wouldn't say that, buddy. I would not say that. I've already had my dinner. Cheese on toast. Yum, yum. Very nice. You got to love a bit of rare bit, haven't you? You really have. Not had cheese on toast in years. Yeah, you can't go wrong with a bit of cheese on toast. Great giveaway. Oh, absolutely, Jokers. Unbelievable. Robot has the power. As do you, noob. You're a blue writing too, mate. You're a spanner. My lovely collection of spanners. We've got Robot Toaster, he's a spanner. Coin Noob, you're a spanner. Silver Stag Stacker's a spanner. Who else we got? We've got Blistering Barnacles Adventures, he's a spanner. You're my very much beloved spanners, mate. My duck race winnings are due soon in the post. Yes, they are, mate. Yes, they are. Has cheese, pineapple, tomato sauce, and brown sauce. Good combo, mate. Good combo. What's this from Brazen Bunnets right here? Let's have a look. Who's this? Who's this mag here? I don't know. That's that wasn't very, you know, fluid, was it? That doesn't bode well for Duck Race later. Who else thinks we might see a few glitches during tonight's Duck Race? My connection seems all right. Look, where are we? Crispy, how you doing, mate? Afraid I'll with the oldies for all the events. We'll try and join for a bit and send a bit of fiat for the charity show. Oh, thank you, mate. Absolutely brilliant of you to do that, mate. Really is. Wrong, Stu. Wrong. Love it, mate. Love it. Loads of stuff. Absolutely incredible. Great bundle. Thanks, Coin, mate. I just bought 3 of them big bags of jellies from Aldi. Is that... Oh, mate. Queen Nessie is just giving up where they're from now. I didn't need to know where you can get them from, Nessie. Right, next week's Stat Chat. TSC's chair collapses because he's had 15 massive bags of sweet between now and then. Their tools... There you go. More spanners than Quick Fit. Absolutely, mate. BBA spanner, sorry not. He is one of the oldest spanners around here, BBA is. I'm a spanner. Yeah, Barry, you're a spanner too. Forget you. Or a Labour front bench. There you go. Can't get quicker than a can't get quicker than a Quick Fit fitter. That's true. Who else remembers the advert? That's such a nice way to call us tools. You're my spanners. I love you all. Duck race, yes. What a duck race tonight. I don't know what we're going to do next week. You know, next week's the last one. Well, we've got this one, but that's Silver Punk, etc. So I don't know. I'll probably put something a bit nicer in next week's because it is the you know, it's going to be the last Stack Chat of the year, guys. The last Stack Chat of 2025. What a ride it's been. It's been a fantastic year. It really has. It really has. 8 p.m, my good friend, how are you doing? He says, evening TSC, evening all. It's fantastic to see you here, mate. Unfortunately, this is going to be the first Christmas I don't do a Christmas special with 8 p.m. And I'm a little bit gutted about that because I've always had so much fun with 8 p.m. for the Christmas special. So hopefully next year, 2026, we'll bring it back, me and 8 p.m. And I'll be ready with my revenge from last year, mate. Don't think I forgot. I have not forgot. But I don't know if it was the best or the worst. I think it was both. It was both the very best and very worst Christmas present I've ever had. It was fantastic. It was a roller coaster of emotions from start to finish. It really, really was. I'm hosting with 𝗫𝗺 in Stacker Social on the 27th, mate. It's the Members Award in Stacker Social, so we're doing that on the 27th. So you, my friend, are going to be the last guest of the last Stack Chat of the year next week, because, as I say, it's 𝗺𝗵𝗵 who's joining me, which I'm really, really looking forward to. I haven't had 𝗺𝗵𝗵 on for so long. And we do like a good natter, me and 𝗺𝗵𝗵. I mean, no lie, this is not a word of lie right here. But there have been occasions where me and 𝗺𝗵𝗵 will do a stack chat. We'll finish the stack chat. We'll just keep talking, and next thing we know, it's like 7 o'clock in the morning, and we're still nattering on the phone like a pair of old ladies. We are, we really are. That generally has happened before. And don't worry, noob. I've got my pointing stick. Don't you apologise, noob. It's fantastic to have you as the last guest of the year. It's going to be amazing. It really is. Percy, yes, Mercy, I can see you, brother. Fantastic to see you here. Thanks for joining us. We've got something on the skillet there from Jamie over in Japan. No thanks for the food, mate. I'm just been sat here talking about how hungry I am, and man's putting pictures of meals in Stack Chat Interact. So, cheers, mate. Appreciate that. Hopefully, have a little Prezi for you to open next. Oh no. As I'd really bought a couple of bits a couple of months ago. Well, mate, I would definitely open them for you next week during the live stream. And I thought I dodged a bullet there. So, oh no, let's see what happens there. I can testify that you can natter on the phone like the rest of them. I certainly can, mate. I certainly can. Hey, Mercian, how deep can a normal metal detector pick up a signal? Let us know. I know it's different. Obviously, the more expensive and better the detector, the deeper down it'll go, and the cheaper ones, they won't go as deep. But you know, what's top end of like a really good one, and what can you expect like as an average of like a mid-tier one? Let's have a look. Shame you're not doing a Christmas vid. Like to see you in a gnome suit and red tights. Absolutely. Calc, bugger off, mate. The chef's preferring my paella. Get out of here. Peer on you. I don't know. I'm starving right now. Thanks, Noomis. I appreciate that. I'll be back in tights for year after. Who knows? I might even do next week's Stack Chat wearing the snowman onesie. What do you reckon, guys? How many viewers do you reckon that one would have? None. Good evening, Shiny Disco Stew, Tim, Nessie, Ian, Barry, Jokers from Mercian and from me too. I think it depends on the size of the object you're detecting. Yeah, there's a lot of variables to it, isn't there? You know what I mean? But as an average, like we say, you know, on mid-range ground, not the hardest of grounds, not the wettest of grounds, you know, just bit of mud, and how far do you reckon you can go down in that? Like a toolbox size. Well, you've been stashing toolboxes full of sulfur. Have I got to follow self around with your metal detector? What's going on here? Yeah, let's go for it. Snowman onesie next week, guys. What do you reckon? I think I'll burn a few eyes out of that. Nerd. Right? Okay. We've just restarted the groin coins. Nerd's back to a minus 1,000 already. Nah, I'll let you off. Our cheesy lasagna. I do like a nice lasagna. But you've got to put extra cheese on it. You can't just do the standard lasagna out of the packet. You've got to whack a load of extra cheese on it. And do like a bit of a nice meaty, saucy, cheesy lasagna. You can't go wrong. The bigger the object, the deeper detector will find it. General rule of thumb is about 12-inch deep. Most finds are in the top 8-inch because of constant ploughing. There you go. Thank you very much. Oh, Nessie. Oh, look. 'Tis a season to be jolly and bully TSC. Or something like that, you know. Right, I don't know. Who's winning tonight's duck race? You've only got 2 more chances to get on the Champion de Champions list of the year. So what do you reckon? Who's taking it tonight? Driving me to smoking here, guys. I don't smoke rest of the week. It's only Saturday nights. Papa says he's winning it. Selfie says he's winning it. Ian's been a bit more realistic and say he's not winning it. Because it's rigged, says Selfie. Get out of here about it's being rigged. You know what I mean? I put these giveaways on every bloody week, and all I get is abuse from you lot, telling me I've rigged it every week. Get out of here. Me please, says Barry. Well, I will do my best to hope for every single one of you. Tim says me please. What's your champion duck race? Well, I've recorded every single person who's won a duck race throughout the year since the 18th of January was when I first started doing it, and there's going to be probably in the like first one of the new year. There's going to be a duck race, Champion de Champions race, where you'll be racing for the duck race trophy, and if depending on how many times you've won it, and that's how many entrants you'll get. So if you've won multiple duck races, you'll go in as many times as you've won a duck race, and we'll find out who's the Champion de Champions very, very soon. Not tonight for me. Unlucky Electric. You've had a couple of wins recently, though, haven't you? You've done well. You've not done too bad. It's my race tonight. Go on, noob. No, I don't want it to be your race tonight, noob. I don't. I want it to be Benson's race tonight, and I want it to be your race next week because you'll be live with me, and I want to share that moment live with you when you win it. So try and hold off for just one more week, buddy. I need the win. Lol, not one for ages. Yeah, no, get in there, nerd. I'm winning it, but I'm not in it. It's, you know, if that does happen, if you're not in it and you win it, and I'm calling it rigged, can't win it next week, they will definitely say rigged. I know, I don't care. I want to see the guests win it while they're on. Has that not happened before? I'm sure it's happened once before when the guests has won it whilst they've been on. Who was it? Was it Scott Silver? I think it was Scott Silver. He was literally on and he won a gold coin from Stacker Social and he was on as a guest as he won it. Me and Coin Noob is a draw. Yeah, go on. I'll go for that. I'm too old to duck, says Horser. Don't know about that. You never look, guys. Where's my pointing stick, guys? If I can teach you all one thing, it's this: you are never too old to duck around. There you go. So look, Mrs. GSH. Well, she had a lot in a very short period of time, but there's people who's won it more times than Mrs. GSH for sure. They've just spread it out. Mr. Kiwi, he's a name that comes up very often on it. He really is. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see who's going to take it, because it's going to be very, very interesting. My first race, come on. Yeah, go on, Rising Guard. Right then, I've never won a duck race ever in the history of duck races. Can't even snipe a win. Well, that's why you've not won a duck race, mate, because it's not possible to snipe a win on a duck race. You know, you got to go with the currents, mate. It's how the waters take you, innit? Oh, bloody lighters broke on me. Tip for free metals. Flip from Whatnot auctions, entering all followers givers. I've won at least 8 times 1 gram bars and 5 times 1 ounce copper rounds in the last couple of months. There you go. I do giveaways every 5 or so items I do in my Whatnot auction. So come and join us. I'm going to be live on Monday. Got some beautiful coins coming up. Just prove it's rigged if I can't be sniped. How does that prove it's rigged? How does it prove it's rigged? He could snipe every duck and then it's only him racing. That's the only way he's going to do it, isn't it? You know what I mean? Ian Atterbury, 1887 for the win, throwing out the positive vibes. Well, guys, let me see. Have I got my list together? Let's have a look here. Right. Copy. Duck race. Here we go. Names. Oof. Get rid of them. Right, and guys, let's go over. Let's do this. Get over to the ducky races. Thanks for comments in there. As you've seen, guys, we've got some fantastic items in this one. We really have. So let me just do that and we'll go through. So everybody who entered by posting the comment before midnight last night, or who is a channel member, Numa's Nutter, I will add you in. Because you've become a channel member tonight, haven't you? So if you wanted to double check, here's the list, guys. As I say, all channel members and everyone who entered before midnight last night. There was a couple of late entries. I've said it before, you know, it's got to be fair for everybody. I can't put you in if you enter late. But 𝗵𝗏𝗏, because all channel members are automatically entered, you will be added. 𝗵𝗏𝗏. There we go. Right. Okay, guys. Because I haven't got a guest tonight, I'm going to need one of you guys to give me the timer. It's between 1 and 3 minutes. Can't be longer, can't be shorter. Let me know. Let me know. Space Miner, how you doing, my friend? Fantastic to see you here. Going for full 2 minutes by both Papa and BBA. So we're going 2 minutes. We'll clear that. 2-0-0. We'll get that set. And right here, we need to do the shuffles, guys. But remember, you've got to wait. You've got to wait on the shuffles until I say go. There you go. Right, I'm gonna double check that on the YouTube just to make sure who that was. Could be 7 by Papa H. Could be 5 by 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Let's find out very quickly. It's 5 by 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Papa H was too quick. This is why I checked, guys. This is why I checked. It's 5 by 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Well done, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, if you don't win tonight, it's your own fault because you picked how many shuffles. Because if we'd have done 4 shuffles, you definitely would have won. If we'd have done 6 shuffles, you definitely would have won. But 5, I don't know. I don't know. So we'll have to wait and find out. But let's get this on the road, guys. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, they are off. Here we go, guys. We've got Rudolph. Rudolph, don't use up all your energy just now, my friend. You've got a big night coming up. So let's see how we get on here. Oh, Yoxnav, it is Wiggy the Duck. Who's that? Something Ranger right there is Rudolph. The Silver Spectre right there. We've got Jack Stacks as well. Nerd UK is looking strong. Barry Wiggins was looking strong, but he's falling back a little bit right now. Yoxnav still looking strong as Wiggy the Duck. We've got Silver Spectre up there. We've still got, who is it? Something Ranger. Sammy. Oh, it's Sammy. My good friend Sammy from Whatnot. Come on, Sammy. Let's see you get your first ever duck race tonight. But Nerd UK is looking good as well. There's a proper pack up at the front right there. We're coming to the final 1 minute and 20 seconds of a race. Gold, silver, untied. Oh, I love your little unicorn duck tonight, mate. Looking very good. Papa H, I think, no, it's 𝗬𝗏 is officially the leader at the moment. Villainous Bounty has stormed ahead as Viking Duck. I always love it when we see both Viking Duck and Wiggy the Duck in the same race. Right now, it could be Ian Atterbury. Very much could be your race. You're up there at the front as we come into the second half of the race. Less than a minute now on the timer, guys. 50 seconds left to go. Simon is stacking had a good old go at it, but it's still 𝗬𝗏. 4 full stacker and Silver Foggy at the moment. Down to 48 seconds left on the timer, and it's Silver Foggy right now, but he didn't have it either. Now it's... Oh, no, it's not. Who is this in the pink? I don't know. But Magsy's just stormed out of nowhere. Magsy in the lead right now. No, it's not. It's Darling Millington. They are all having a go for it. Every single body wants it. It's a huge bundle tonight, guys. I can see why. Mr. Kiwi, as I say, he's a very strong contester in the duck racers. We're coming up to the final 20 seconds of a race now. This is where it all gets exciting, guys. This is where we will find out the winner. It's all going to be changed right now. Tim is up there with his crown at the very front right now. Ollie Harper is up there as well. We're heading down to the final 10 seconds of a race. Where's this going to go? Is anyone going to make a run for it? Is anyone going to make a break for it? Is Ollie going to take it? Ollie is full back. Fronty's still looking strong. Rage, come on, Mrs. Jack Stacks. Come on, Mrs. Jack Stacks for the win. Yes, get in there. Get in there. Well done. Rach Richardson, as we know, is Mrs. Jack Stacks. That's a fantastic win right there. But, guys, got a very important question to ask you all. What time is it? What time is it, guys? Come on, tell me. Tell me what time it is. You know it, and I know it. It is time that we say collectively in one clear voice, shut the duck up. There you go, guys. There you go. Congratulations, Rach. Well done. That's Rach's first ever win. Shut the duck up. Love it, Toaster. Love it. What's this we've got here? Is that a GIF? Adjudicator's decision right there. Rigged. Get out of it. Get out. BB-8, it doesn't matter what it says on yours. We do this every week. Every single week. Right. Here we go. For BB-8's benefit. Where are we? Stat collector. There we go. Right. Bring it over here. Bring it in here. Right. Where? No. You need to see it. Right. That's me saying go. Right there, look. It's 𝗁𝗵𝗿𝗃5, right there, 𝗁𝗵𝗿. And then Robot Toaster beat you, BBA. And then Nerd UK beat you, BBA. And then look, you came in at 4th place, BBA. Oh, I love you, BBA. Don't ever change. You're a legend, my friend. You are a legend. Right, what else we got here? We've got Duck It. Let's get it done. Infinite Ducks. Ghost Ducks, love it. Tommy Duck. It's not rigged. We have Silverpunk and Craven on at 4 p.m. next Saturday, the 20th. There you go, then, guys. There you go. And I will be live too next Saturday, the 20th at 7 p.m. normal time. What you type appears on screen immediately, but it takes. We do it. We say it every week, Robot. Thank you for helping. I appreciate that. But we say it every week. Every week, BBA knows. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing, don't you, BBA? He's a good one. No BBA. Look in stack chat 𝗪𝗺. How it feels getting 4th place. Well done, Calc. Loving it. Who's coming tomorrow? Who's going to West Midlands Coin Fair tomorrow? I'm going to see. Who's hiding from me? Who's actually going to come up and say hello? Do let me know. Barry, are we going to be enjoying our usual caramel latte tomorrow down there? I do hope so. Calc, I know you're coming. You let me know earlier. It'd be fantastic to meet up with you, mate. Not sure who else is going to be coming, but do let us know in the chat. Nobody. What do you reckon, guys? We're coming up for an hour. We'll do a big one next week because I've got good old 𝗁𝗵𝗿. I'll probably. I don't know what I'm going to do about the members giveaway next Saturday. I might do it next Saturday because really I should be doing it the week afterwards. But I don't know. I'll think about that in the week. I'm hiding, going to see Wallace and Gromit, but New Year 100%. Well, it can't be a bit of Wallace and Gromit. I used to love Wallace and Gromit at Christmas years ago. You like the first few ones, like The Wrong Trousers and Grand Day Out. I think Grand Day Out was the first one, and Wrong Trousers was the second. We'll be there or be square. We'll be there, but only quick visit as shooting at 11. No worries, mate. No worries. I'll be there before 11 anyway. So yeah, pop down and we'll have a good old coffee. What are we going to do for the rest of the night? Get yourself in Poker Lounge, guys. Go and have a chat in Poker Lounge. Why not? It'd be a good laugh. I mean, I can get my food because you've all been making me even more hungry now by posting pictures of meals, haven't you? So there you go. They have a Glasgow coin fair. Come to that, TSC. I'll probably look to do it once, then. It's a bit. Glasgow's a bit far out for me to do, regular. But I might pop up and do it once. I did the London coin fair once. And I always say it's worth doing stuff once, isn't it? Save yourself a grand finale next week, TSC. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what we're doing, guys. We're saving ourselves for next week. That's all it is. And plus, I won't be absolutely shattered. And I've got a job on tomorrow night, guys. So I'm at the West Midlands Coin Fair in the morning. And then I've got, in the evening, I've got a job on for someone. So I'm going to be absolutely shattered. So, yeah, on an early night. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Is it Shiny's fault? You can blame Shiny now. My belly is... It's ready. It's ready for me paella, me steak base, me ham and mushroom bake, and me sweets. I'm gonna be so bloated tomorrow. I really am. We'll be there for 9:30. Awesome. Me too, mate. Me too. Who got the Royal Mint? I got two. Yeah, I got two. I changed. I did they're not really my cup of tea, but I thought for the price of them, you can't go wrong, can you? So I picked up a couple. Well done for bringing that to our attention. I think was it Paul? I think it was who brought that to our attention in Stacker Social. Yeah, great buy. 1 ounce, 999 silver Wallace and Gromit commemorative. The Royal Mint had dropped it from 99 quid down to 50. So yeah, great little deal that was. It was in the deal of the day room in Stacker Socials too. Do remember to check out the deal of the day room, guys, because there is very often some absolutely smashing deals. Posting there, and the best ones, they don't last too long. You get some rest, TSC. Thanks for sharing. Oh, thank you, mate. What's the code for next week? I don't know. I was toying with the idea of not doing a duck race next week for the free entry. I've been thinking. What I might do instead, I'll still do duck races, for members once a month. But I've been thinking, instead of doing duck races every week, I might just do a giveaway in the Stack Chat Interact room, and then start that during the live stream and give people, I don't know, half an hour to enter it, and then we find out who wins it. Pull the giveaway that way. So I've been thinking about that, but because it's the last one a year, you might as well end the way you've been going, haven't you? So I'll probably we probably will do a duck race next week, but I might get rid of the 3 weekly duck races for 2026. I won't be getting rid of doing the giveaway, but I might not be doing it as a duck race. I might do it as just a confetti cannon in Stackers Social. Stackers Social has bought half of them. Lol. There you go, mate. There you go. I haven't, nerd, but I'd love one. Yeah, I think Stackers Social bought more than half of them, mate, to be fair. And good price as well, 50 quid, because, same as I say, silver itself is £46.55. That's a super low premium on a collectible piece of 1 ounce bullion. I mean, it's 1 ounce bullion, if nothing else, and then you've got the collectability of it because it comes on the card with all the info and everything. So I think at 50 quid, I think it's a good price. I don't think I would have bought one at 99 quid for the original price, but at 50 quid, it's a steal. It really is. Cheese toasty, you can't beat a cheese toasty. What? No duck race? Well, I'll do it next week. So what are we doing next week then, guys? What should we do? Let's have a look. The thing, look, so guys, the thing is, people don't claim them. Okay. And they put the post in, and then they don't watch the actual live stream, and then they don't end up claiming the thing. So I have to go around chasing after people, which I don't want to do, when people are winning stuff. I don't think it's a lot to ask for someone to actually, come and confirm their address for you. But I've got, we've got the one from last week hasn't been claimed as of yet. There's other ones from the past as well. And what happened? I give people, a month or two to claim them, and then if they don't get claimed, I'll just put them back into future giveaways. But it's the amount of times we get unclaimed, and I'm thinking if we do it as a confetti cannon in Stackers Social over a short period of time, it just massively increases the chances of people claiming the winnings. Because I don't want to see your prizes sat here in, but I've got literally four bundles right there that I need to send out. So that's why I thought about moving away from the duck race. But maybe we'll keep it. It depends. It's what you guys want, really. You know what I mean? If you guys enjoy the duck races that much, I'll keep doing them. But same as I say, if you do, I know it's not you guys probably because you're here watching now. But if you are entering the duck races, can you just please make sure that you do claim your prize if you win? So next week's 20th, isn't it? We've got a new one. So for next week's duck race, 20th of the 12th, 25. There might be more than just for duck race next week. There's a very, very nice piece that's been donated by Silverpunk and Brits and Sovs. Right there, and as I say, I have an inkling that Nerd had a little bit of something to do with that as well, which is absolutely fantastic. It really is. So good luck to everybody who's done that, who gets into that, and thank you very much to Brits and Sovs and Silverpunk on that. I'm guilty of that suspicion. You have been. You definitely have been. TSC read up. Rachel is here. Rachel. Yeah, no, well done, Rachel, well done. No, I wasn't. That wasn't directed at Rachel. I had no worries that either Rachel or Jax would have contacted me. And to be fair, I've got Jax's email from something he purchased off me very recently anyway. So I don't need theirs. That's all good. But no, yeah, great to have you here, Rachel. Fantastic. And as I say, congratulations once again. I don't know, something to do with it being the last one. What should we go with? This is going to be the last phrase for 2025, guys. I feel like it should be something special. Keep them for a week if you don't claim it. Add it to the next week. Well, we just go back into part and then give them back out, guys. But I do give people a bit more than a week. You know, I hold on to them for a good few weeks, and then if I don't hear from people, they go back in and get given out. No, look. I don't look. I get that people can't always watch the whole thing. I've always said that it's Saturday nights and it's a busy night for everyone. And it's the night of the week people do stuff, and we've all got lives to live, and I completely get that. But you know, just go. I always do the duck races 2 hours in, right? So I do the duck races around 9 o'clock as often as I can, and I try to stick to that. So even if you haven't got time to watch, just go onto the live stream, look around 2 hours into the live stream, find the duck race, and just see if you've won or not. It's worth it. It definitely is worth it. There's some fantastic prizes get given away. I repent, says Space Man. You're all right, mate. We'll let you off because you're such a great guy. When are you coming on for a stack chat, Space Miner? Have you ever been on? I don't think you have, mate. You know what I mean? It is long past time you come on for a stack chat. I agree. Rollover. There you go. Well, the thing is, you'll be getting 2 of most things, guys. That's the problem with rollover. You know what I mean? So same as I say, I just put them back into the pot and then just give them out in later dates. Change the duck race so people pay £1 to enter, then the winner gets all. No, I've always said the weekly races are free to everyone to enter. You know, literally anyone can enter into those. And I'm going to keep it that way. But whether or not I don't win Stacker Social or do them as a duck race, I'm not sure. But I will always, you know, both monthly members duck races will be the monthly one for all members will be a duck race, and then the gold exclusive one we do the Italian brain rot race because it's just so funny. They're just mad, crazy, you know, chimeras of, you know, a washing machine, a camel, and a watermelon, and it's just the funniest thing you've ever seen. So we'll keep doing those on the members ones, but I'm just considering my choices on the weekly one. Flaming Duck, £50 silver by the end of the year. Come on, £50 silver by the end of the year. Let's go silver. The duck races are a TSC institution. Oh, thank you, noob. I appreciate that, mate. Do duck race only people watching live can enter? People moan at me for doing that. I used to do that, and people, you know, said that I was doing my giveaways wrong and I shouldn't do it, only for people who were watching. And I used to do it for people that are just watching. The other thing is, it got too difficult to do it because, you know, how do I collate everyone who's watching? You know what I mean? There's no way of me doing that, and I'm doing the live stream. I'm trying, you know, and then I'm trying to work out who's in it, etc. And it just gets too complicated to do the duck race based on who's watching live. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'll be able to incorporate that back going forwards. But that's how I did used to do it. I used to, if you remember, I used to say everyone who wants to be in the race, put duck in the chat, and then based on who, like, the first person to say duck in the chat was duck number 1, and then the second was duck number 2, etc, etc, etc. But it got so difficult because my chat skips, and then, you know, it moves on so quickly. I just couldn't keep up with it. Claim your prize. It's a good one. I've not been. I'm trying to figure out how to get to you guys. Oh yeah, if you could get over, that would be fantastic. But, you know, do it over the internet, mate. Would be fantastic to have you on as guests if you could. Only crazy people would buy gold and silver at these prices. I'm buying it. So you know, do you think the silver's going to go down and never go up again from this price? If you do, I think you're the crazy one, mate, to be fair, because look at what's happening with silver. You know what I mean? Like, gold is always going to keep going up in value. It's a safe haven investment, and it will always be seen that way. Yeah, what could happen is the next time the Fed might rise rates, and that will cause a little dip, and that certainly will happen. But the deficit we're seeing in silver on a year-by-year basis for 6 years in the trot now, when you've seen hundreds of millions of troy ounces of silver that isn't there, that needs to be there, of course it's going to keep going up. You know, just keep cost averaging it. So yeah, that's what I say. So yeah, I'm going to keep buying it. Don't know about you guys, but I'm certainly going to keep buying it. Do a duck race without prizes. Whoever wins, everyone in the chat has to follow their channel. Yeah, but how would I police it? I think people would be sneaky. and certain people would not follow the channel. And you know, how would I find out who hasn't gone over and followed? And you know, just get over there and follow the channels anyway, guys. Everyone love everyone. But a good suggestion, mate. But I just don't know how I would police it, buddy. Love the ducks, save the ducks campaign. It won't take a lot, guys. If you guys really want me to keep doing them, I'll keep doing them. Don't worry about it. You probably already know this, but if you reply to their YouTube comment, they should get a notification. Again, but is it too much to ask for people to actually watch the giveaway and not just, you know, enter it and not bother watching the video? I don't feel like I should be the one who's going around chasing of people. I mean, I put money in every single week out of my own pocket. I get a little bit of money through the YouTube, through memberships. I don't get anything through adverts because I don't put adverts on my live streams. You'll never see an advert on any of my live streams. I haven't had a chance to do videos, and when I do a video, I get about 25 pence per video, which is literally what I get per video. So every single month I put way more into the duck races, including the postage costs, etc., than I receive for the channel. So, you know, why should I be the one chasing after people? You know, I feel like I do enough by putting the duck races on once a week, every single week, which I've been doing for over 2 years. You know what I mean? It adds up. The cost adds up, guys. You know what I mean? So it's a bit of a matter of principle for me, that one is, Toaster Mate. And I get what you're saying, but it's like, you know, I don't like it when people say stuff like, I'm only here for the duck races, or I'm only here for the giveaway, because I put on a whole live stream, you know what I mean? And the duck races are meant to be a way for me to give back to people who come across and get involved and be part of the live streams and get in as part of the community as well. So that's it. As I say, mate, it's a bit of a bone of contention for me, that one is. But I put a comment out this week to remind the person who won last week. But I honestly, I just don't want to be. I struggle for time as it is. I never get a chance to do all the things I want to do. And one thing I don't want to be doing is spending time chasing around people after they've won a giveaway. I love how people complain about the opportunity to win something for free. What the actual talk, people crack me up. Well said, Count, mate. Well said. Let's have a look. You can have a comment picker, so people who talk in chat pick chat. The picker will put them in the race. What? How do you mean, mate? I'm not sure how you mean on that one. Because, you know, what I'm doing is picking certain people out of the chat to put them in the race. I want the races to be open to everyone. That's the main thing. They're free to everyone and open to everyone. Yeah, it's easier for members because I automatically put you in. But if you're not a member, all you have to do is go over and put the phrase in. So you know, I want it to be a way where everybody's included. You know, that's always been really important to me. I'm still buying, it's saving as far as I'm concerned. I don't fault you, mate. I don't fault you. And you know, I see people saying this is 2011 all over again, and it's not. It isn't 2011. What's happened to the price of silver this time round is not the same things that were happening last time. It's a completely different kettle of fish. And I'm not saying it's going to go up in a straight line all the way up. There will, of course, be dips along the way. Of course, there are going to be. Like I say, you know, we've seen the Fed has cut rates for the last 3 times in a row now, and if it increases rates, we will very, very quickly see the price of silver and gold drop a little bit. And that's because, you know, rates have increased and people who have come out of there and gone into gold and silver and come out of gold and silver and go into rates. And, you know, if we do see a rate increase, that will affect gold and silver. And there will be other things like that which will affect it, you know, in little ways along the way. But over a matter of time, we're just going to see the price of silver keep going up. The more it's needed and the less it's available, the more the price is going to go up, in my opinion. And I'm not a financial advisor; I'm just some guy on the internet. But that's my opinion, you know, and that's the way I see it. And I'm gonna say it to you straight. You know what I mean? People shouldn't roam if duck races shouldn't moan if duck races free. TC's words is final. Thank you, crispy mate. And I do it. Look, at the end of the day, you know, people contribute a lot to these duck races, and I know they do. Like, look at how big this duck race bundle is. If it was just my stuff, it would be a lot smaller than that. It really would. But you know, it just frustrates me at times. Is all I'm saying. Not a bad shout, BB. Is that for the duck comment picker? But again, you know, it's not keeping it open to everyone, is it? SOD t-shirt needed. Save our dogs. So look, I'm not in a rush to get rid of the dogs. If people, if you really want to keep the dogs, I'm more than happy to keep doing it. All I'm saying, just check to see if you win, if you enter. That's all I'm saying. Let's have a duck shoot. Why not? Keep the ducks. I definitely next week phase. Yeah, well, definitely we'll end the year as we've gone, mate. So don't worry about that. Especially with you sending this stuff across. Especially with that being a duck race piece. I'd have to do at least one duck race for that. I wouldn't not do a duck race for that, of course. But I'm just thinking going forward in the future. So look, right. Skipped here. I'm sorry if I missed anything. Yeah, you work hard as enough as it is, whatever the solution, put it on the only summer winner. Cheers, mate. Thank you. And look, I don't want to sound like a dick. You know what I mean? I want to see the prizes get out to the people because, like I say, people are donating these things. It's not just for stuff I'm putting in; it's stuff people are donating as well. So that's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. You show your rules. Thank you, nerd. We love you, 𝗕𝘂𝗍, duck race or not. Oh, Numis. I wish that was true. Thank you. I agree, 𝗕𝘂𝗍, you're a gent for doing them, and winners should do a bit. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I doubt silver will drop below 40. I don't see it going below 40. I mean, if it does go below 40, it will be very high 30s. You know what I mean? But yeah, I can't see it. Not straight away anyway. There's a lot happening that's causing the price of silver to go up. There's right now, there's a perfect storm of things going off. You've got federal rate cuts that weakens the dollar and makes investments like gold and silver more desirable to investors. You've got the structural deficits for the last 6 years in a row. You've also got the fact that silver is becoming a more desirable investment to investors. And you can see that by all these different major world banks. I'm not talking about small, people like me in the living room. I'm talking huge institutions, that are buying serious amounts of both silver stock and physical actual silver as well. As well as that, we're also seeing increased people coming into it as stackers, bullion investors, and we're seeing bullion getting harder and harder to come by. We've all seen it recently where major online stockists, the big guys, Tavex, Charles, Atkinsons, all that kind of stuff. We're seeing them go out of stock for silver from time to time. And all these things are going off all at the same time, and they every single one of them, indicates to silver going up. There's not really any detractors for silver right now, and that's the truth of the matter. And that's why we're seeing the price go up. We've had three rate cuts in a row. We've got deficits in all of the industries, and don't forget, silver is used in quite a lot of industries. It's not just electronics, it's not just photovoltaics. There's a lot of silver used in the medical industry. Then you've got the bullion investment industry, etc. There's only so much silver in the ground. It is a precious metal, and there's we're putting more weight on that. We're wanting more and more silver for more and more things, and we're putting more pressure on that, and there's only so much that can come out of the ground. So I'm genuinely seeing that we're going to see silver go up over time. Now, again, we could have a £4 drop by next week. We could, and it could go back down to 42 quid an ounce. But that's still really high, though, isn't it? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm personally, and again, this is my opinion. We've heard other people's opinion in the chat, and that all it is at the end of the day. But that's why I'm going to personally keep buying. Well, that's what I'm going to keep doing. I think silver is a legitimate investment now. Now, if you'd asked me 2 years ago, and this is what I used to say to people 2 years ago, and pretty much what most people said about silver, it's a hedge against inflation. It's somewhere to park your wealth. You're not going to get rich off silver, but it's somewhere to park your wealth. And, all being well, you should at least keep value of your money in line with inflation, etc. And that's what my genuine opinion of silver was a couple of years ago. And people will have heard me say, why I buy so much silver is I love the collectability about it. I love having all the different designs. I love, getting all the different kinds of pieces, and that's what made it such a desirable investment to me back then, even though it wasn't particularly a massively high yielding investment. But now that's changed. That's completely changed. Silver's an investment, guys. It is, it's something to look at in the future. It's something to look at. What is the world going to look like in 5 years' time? This is what you need to ask yourself. What is the world going to look like in 5 years' time? Are we going to go further into electronic vehicles? Are we going to go further into all these different kinds of technologies? And technology, due to AI and other things like that, is booming at the moment, and that's just going to put more and more pressure on silver. So, yeah, in 5 years' time, my prediction is we're going to see periodic squeezes. So the price will settle down for a little bit, and then we'll see a squeeze, and the price will jump like we have been seeing. It jumps up and it settles down for a bit, and it jumps up and it settles down for a bit, and I think we're going to see that on and off now going forwards, and that's just my prediction. But as I say, and as I said earlier, one thing that's important to remember is there's going to be other short-term aspects that affect it in the interim, such as if if the Fed raised interest rates, that would cause a dip. It would absolutely cause a dip instantly. You see it happening. You see the Fed rates got cut, a little bit of a spike. It would work the other way around. So we got all things that will make silver drop from time to time throughout that. But as a few people have said in the chat, if you just buy on an average basis, averaging all that cost out, normally you tend to do pretty well. And I think people who are stacking silver now, my recommendation is to buy, not to go silly, not to go stupid, but to buy and have a portfolio of silver for sure. Right then, guys, let's have a 100 quid silver this time next year. The thing is, mate, I can't laugh at that. I cannot laugh at that. You know what I mean? It's it is real. It's doable. It's doable. Now, you've got to remember, guys, if anyone remembers this time last year, right? This time last year, I would pose the question to the community: will silver hit £30 per ounce by the end of the year? And that question split the community. Some people like myself thought, yes, we're going to see 30 quid by the end of the year. But a lot of people in the community at the beginning of 2025 said that they could not see us getting to £30 an ounce by the end of 2025. And here we are, nearly at 50 quid an ounce, So I can't laugh at 100 quid an ounce by the end of next year. It could actually happen. It really could. It grows like crystal. You can't grow silver in a test tube. You can't. What you're referring to is refining silver. They'll be using something like silver nitrate. And I've seen videos of people do it before where they're growing silver at home. Basically, all they're doing is converting silver from one form to the other. So, because silver nitrate's a liquid, and you can get silver to crystallize from that. You can also use other things like borax to bake it and make it, get silver out of things that way. Basically, what you do is you get all your old silver. It could be load of 925. It could be stuff with silver in it, etc. You put it all into a glass vase, melt it all down by hydrochloric acid, or I think it's hydrochloric acid. I mean, I'm not an expert at it, but no, it'd be. Yeah, so is it hydrochloric? One of the pours will be able to help, I'm sure, but they melt it down in acid, and that makes either silver nitrate or silver hydrochloride, and then that gets turned back into silver. But no, you can't. It's not possible to grow silver. If you could, it would decimate the value of it. But I know what you're referring to, 𝗵𝗵𝗿𝗶𝗃. Months ago I said 47 by Christmas, and now I'm not far off. There you go. East End double in less than a year. I'm not saying it can't happen now. That's the thing, though. That's the thing with it. I'm not saying it can't happen. I don't think we'll see 100 by the end of next year. But if you'd asked me at the beginning of this year, would we be looking at nearly 50 by the end of the year? I'd have said no again. So I don't know. I generally just don't know. Just don't buy on credit. Like, so this is an issue I have with Robert Kiyosaki. And Robert Kiyosaki is the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. Very successful guy. Very, very successful guy. You know, very rich. And you might think, well, I'm going to listen to him because he's the one with all the money, and why should I listen to you, TSC? But where I disagree with Robert Kiyosaki is where he says debt is money now. And I get the concept he's saying, and what he's saying is not wrong. So the concept is, say I went to a friend and I said, mate, can you borrow me £1,000? And that friend borrowed me £1,000. And the reason I did that is because I've got this other guy right here who's selling me gold at 0.75% spot. You know what I mean? I have 75% spot. So I'm like, I can shift this in a second at a nice tidy profit. I just need to get it. So I borrow £1,000 from Peter. I buy the gold from Paul. I sell the gold and I bring in 1,500 quid. 500 quid, £1,000 straight back to him. Hasn't cost me a penny, and I've just made 500 quid out of nowhere. And that's what he means when he says debt is money. But that's well and good when you're one of these bloody multi-millionaires and the bank's throwing its money at you and say, oh, please borrow our money. We don't want interest off you. No, we don't want interest. I tell you what, pay us 0.01% back on your interest, mate, because we know you're good for it because you're loaded. To Joe Blogs, all right, yeah, here's your loan, mate. 12% APR, yeah, 12, yeah, and the amount of interest you're paying on it massively outweighs what you can earn off it. And the other thing is, it's a huge risk. Rich people that are doing it with money that they've already got, they're just loaning the money because it's easier for them to do it. But they've got, it's not like they haven't got that money. If it all went awry, they could replace that money like that. People who haven't got that, you borrow 10 grand and you're, making ends meet, and you borrow 10 grand to invest it, and that goes sour, you're left with 10 grand debt. And to most people out there, that, it's not sustainable. It's how people get into a lot of trouble with debt, and they stay in debt for their entire life through things like that. I know people in this community that have basically done that exact thing, that have gone out and got credit to invest it, and the market's just took a dip at that time. Extremely unlucky. If they'd have done it a little bit earlier, they'd have been laughing. But unfortunately, they did it at the wrong time. And it's just too much of a gamble if you haven't. You should never borrow money you haven't already got to pay back. It should just be easier I'll just borrow that money because I can't bother to transfer that from that account and that from that account and mess about with it. So I'll just borrow that and do that. But that's where me and Robert Kiyosaki differ very, very much on debt. And he will say very adamantly that debt is money, but it's not. Debt is debt. And you have to be careful, and don't ever invest money that you can't afford, or don't ever borrow money to invest unless you know it's 100% sure thing. And this certainly isn't. Although all the things are pointing to this, like I say, it seems to be a perfect storm. For all you know, something could happen tomorrow that changes all of that on a sixpence, and it can happen. So it's not guaranteed. Yeah, it looks very promising. Don't get me wrong. It looks, everything about silver right now is looking very nice, and I'm personally putting my own money in silver. That's how much I believe on it. But I also know at the same time it's not a sure thing. It's not guaranteed. Something could happen tomorrow, which could blow that all over the water. But all investment there's a risk factor to all investment, and you normally find the higher the risk, the higher the reward. But there's never zero risk to any kind of investment. So that's why I say don't put your life savings into silver or anything like that. Just buy what you can comfortably afford to buy. Keep putting it away. And I genuinely do think in 5-10 years time, you'll be glad to yourself that you've done it. That's all I'm saying. Toilet cleaner works. I've missed something there. BB. I'm not sure what's happening there. Don't buy. Yeah. And Robot's 100% right there. Don't buy on credit because you never know. It was when rates were 0%, not now. What's that, buddy? What was when 0%? I'm not sure when you mean, mate. We can go and back test the old support at $50. Go sideways for months then continue up, that would be extremely heavy. Nothing goes up in a straight line. Exactly, nothing's going to go up in a straight line. There will always be little peaks and troughs, but I think we're going to continue to see it over time go on. This is why I'm saying, like, in 5-10 years time, I think you'll be patting yourself in the back. Not this time next week, you know. And yeah, look, there's been people recently that have just got into silver and they've just bought silver, and what you're seeing right now is you've just bought it and the price is flown up, and to a lot of people that might seem to be the norm, and it's not the norm. It really isn't. I was talking to someone recently the other day, and we were talking about, oh, well, if I invest £100,000 into gold right now, in a few years' time, I'll have $1 million. And I was saying, well, it don't really work like that. And he was saying, well, yeah, no, but if you look over the last couple of years, it's doubled. So if it keeps doing that, and I'm like, mate, you know, you can't think it's going to keep doubling the way it's going. Yes, I do think it's going to go up, but I don't think it's going to go up to that amount, you know, regularly and constantly. I really don't. I don't think you're going to see the price of gold double every 2 years. I generally don't think that. But I do think you'll see a very good return on your investment, certainly much better than what you'd get with a bank. You know, a saving account with a bank of around 3.5%, etc. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's have a look. Great idea until you find out the gold is fake. Yeah, well, that's where these things come in. The 𝗕𝗂𝗧 guys, the 𝗕𝗂𝗧 investor, Trusty Metrics are a fantastic company who do fantastic pricing on them. There's a link down there in the description. Do please check them out. And if you're buying gold, 𝗕𝗂𝗧s are a necessity. You can't be buying and stacking gold unless you can test that, you know, yourself at home and be 100% sure it is what it is. Because look at the price of gold. You know, it doesn't take a lot of gold for you to be out for thousands and thousands of pounds. You know what I mean? So, you know, if you are investing in physical gold, I highly recommend getting the 𝗕𝗂𝗧, and I recommend buying the 𝗕𝗂𝗧 over the XRF. Even if you're like super rich, even if you're a multimillionaire and, you know, whacking 18 grand on a piece of testing equipment is nothing to you, I would still buy the 𝗕𝗂𝗧 over the XRF for the one simple fact: the 𝗕𝗂𝗧 with its onboard sensor scans the entire piece. It scans the whole way through the metal. The XRF cannot do that. The XRF can only penetrate basically the surface. It's basically a surface tester. So as we know with gold, one of the main things you need to watch out with gold coins is the real fake pieces. So what I mean by that is they are real gold, but it's meant to be an ounce of gold. It will have real gold. It will have something like 0.4 of an ounce wrapped around a bit of tungsten. So the weight and the density will be around about right. Tungsten's not a million miles away from gold, and it'll be very, very difficult to check it, because if you put it on an XRF, it would fail an XRF and it would tell you, yeah, it's gold. And then if you put it on the 𝗕𝗂𝗧, it would fail the 𝗕𝗂𝗧 because this goes all the way through and would detect the tungsten between the gold. So as I say, guys, if you do invest in gold, a 𝗕𝗂𝗧 PMV, either the investor or the pro. And they're the two I do recommend, because I do believe the original, which is better than nothing, but I do believe the original is a surface only tester, and I can't emphasize enough, you really do want that full penetration when you are testing metals. I was saying I've got a friend who's looking to buy a good amount of gold, and I was saying to him, you know, one of the things you want to make sure is never buy a piece of gold that is too thick for you to or silver. I would never buy a piece of gold or silver that is too thick to be tested under a machine like an investor, because the only way to test it is to drill into it, is to actually put a whopping hole into it, make sure it's silver the whole way through. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for different metals to come out when we drill into it. So yeah, me personally, I would stick to stuff that I can test under the machine, so I can, you know, non-invasively test it, as it were. It's a healthy hobby, and you will always get your money back and profit. I think it's more than just a healthy hobby now, mate. That's what I'm saying. I think it's a genuine investment at the moment. I'm not saying it's the best investment on the planet, but I'm saying it's a very, you know, it's shaping up to be a very good investment for the next 5-10 years. Silver is. It really is. In diamonds, Don't know about them, mate. Can't help you with diamonds. All I can tell you is that 𝗃𝗂𝘀𝗵𝗿 zirconia nearly destroyed the diamond market back in the 90s. I remember that all kicking off when they developed 𝗃𝗂𝘀𝗵𝗿 zirconias, and nobody could tell the difference between a CZ and an actual diamond, and everyone thought that the entire diamond industry was going to collapse overnight, and then they discovered how to tell the distance between them. So that was interesting. But other than that, don't really know much about diamonds, mate, I'm afraid. Farang, in fairness, a lot of us are selling at 4 times our buy-in. What do you mean by that? You guys are deluded. Mate, we'll see. It's all right, dude, it's all right coming on here, spouting this, that, and the other. We'll see. Time will show us. And if I'm wrong, I will be here live telling people, yeah, I was wrong. But I don't see it happening. So we'll see. Time will tell, mate. We'll see who's deluded, in a few months, in a few years, because when silver continues to go up over time and my stack continues to go up in value over time, I'm going to be laughing. I'm going to be happy with that. So you do what you want to do. I'm not here to tell people what to do. It's never been my interest to tell people what to do. It's your guys' money. Go and spend it how you want. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I'm telling you how I see it, mate. But yeah, we'll see. We will see. Be careful. There's a lot of fake sovereigns about, even in royal. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of fake sovereigns. The sovereign's been around for hundreds of years, guys, hasn't it? So yeah, it has been fake quite a bit over the years. Another fantastic reason why to have one of the testing machines. It really, really is. If you bought an ounce of silver last year, it was 20-ish. Now go try and buy it for that. Look, Farang's not saying that. He's not. In Farang's defence, he's not saying it were a bad idea to buy it 20. Last year. What he's saying is, you're daft if you're buying it right now, because I assume he's thinking we're going to see something similar to 2011. And in fairness, people who were around in 2011 did see huge spikes, and then they saw it crumble. It went to the floor, and that did happen in 2011. So I understand why he's saying what he's saying. I'm not going to deny that. I do get it, and I understand why people are worried. But what I'm saying is, it's a completely different scenario to 2011. Everything that's causing the price of silver to go up now is completely different to what was causing it to go back up in 2011. It didn't have that real value to it. It was being squeezed, and there was market manipulation going on. There was, JP Morgan caused a big squeeze. They were shorting silver whilst also buying it to cover losses at the same time, which manipulated the actual figures of the market, and that was one thing that led to it. There was also a lot of hype around silver, because people were looking at silver as for its possibility and potential through investment. It didn't have that value at that time. It had a potential value, which we are now seeing now. So look, I don't want people to come in here and start having a go at each other, because it's fine. If you don't want to buy silver and you think you're better off buying something else, that's absolutely fine, mate. But if in 5 years' time silver has done very well and it's continued to go up, don't come and say it's my fault. You know what I mean? I have sold and made money, so don't get where you're getting your info. I get where he's coming from. I do. No, guys, I get, fair's fair. I get where he's coming from. I just disagree with it. I just personally disagree with it, and I don't think, I don't think there's any worry about buying silver right now. You know what I mean? Like, at what point? Because guys, there's people that have been waiting for it to go back down to £18 an ounce, and every time it's gone up over the last few years, every single time there's people who say, oh, I'll just wait, it'll come back down, I'll just wait, it'll come back down. At what point is it going to come back down? Because it keeps going up. It just keeps, a few weeks go by, it goes up massively, to the point where we can't believe how much it's going up. Week by week outperforming gold, doing absolutely amazing. And then it just drops a few quid, and then it starts going back up again. So we'll wait to see when it happens. But we're just not seeing that happening, are we? Samsung solid state batteries are planned for production in 2027. They will need 100 million ounces. This is why silver is stopping exports. Stack all you can afford. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I was saying about, what's it going to look like in 5 years' time? Are we going to be needing more technology? What technology, like this solid state battery? a new form of technology which is going to put more demand on silver. What other new forms of technology is going to happen over the next 5 years, which is going to put even more demand on silver? Silver, of course, being the most conductive element on the planet. It conducts electricity better than anything else. So we'll see. Now, obviously, something I've said before. One thing you will see is certain people, where possible, they'll stop using silver and look to other materials because silver will price itself out. If they can get away with using copper wiring or using copper instead of silver, it may be not as good as it was, but it's good enough. You might see a lot of that, but that's not necessarily going to bring the price of silver down. It's just going to make certain products not maybe as good as they would have been if the silver was more affordable. So look, more is needed in industrial production, so there is more. Exactly, I agree with you. And Daniel's comment there highlights the exact reasons why we're seeing that, because technology is the thing is about technology is it's exponential. It doesn't happen slowly. Okay, so look at the history of mankind, right? And the argument, scientists argue, but we can say we go back 6,000 years easily, right? Everyone agrees with that, at least. Everyone agrees with 6,000 years. You know what I mean? So we'll use that. So 6,000 years. What advancements did you have in technology? Really? No, huge advancements until around the Second World War time. You know what I mean? Until the turn of the 19th Victorian ages, the turn of the 20th century, the 1900s. When you start getting electrical lights, and you start getting all these different forms of technology, and we have seen technology advance more in the last 50 years than we saw it advance in the 6,000 years leading up to that. And that's how quickly these things are being developed and thrown out there. And it's all about, it's necessarily even about what we know right now. It's the unknown element. It's the amount of silver we're going to need for all these inventions that haven't even been invented yet. And that's absolutely one of the reasons why I'm looking at it as a long-term investment. Like I say, it might go down a $5 by next week. That wouldn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all. I'm going to keep buying it because I'm projecting 5-10 years in the future, not 5 weeks down the line. That has turned my pleasant hobby of collecting into a damned investment. Well, no, that's the best thing about it, mate. Nothing can ever take away the pleasure you get from collecting these beautiful pieces of silver. They really are absolutely gorgeous, and But my problem is cashing out, guys. That's where I get worried. Like, it goes up in value, but how am I going to cash out when I love it all so much? You know what I mean? Guys, we have to remember that people are still coming fresh out of propaganda and delusion. It'll take time. Yeah, it will. It will. It's just my opinion. Everyone's opinion will vary. Now, obviously, again, I respect to that, and I'm not gonna say anything other than that. But other than we'll agree to disagree. And but when you say people are deluded for feeling the other way, it's gonna rub people up a little bit. You know what I mean? But I personally, I see where you're coming from. I do, and I don't think it's a stupid position to be in. I understand why you're making that decision. I just personally don't agree with it. I'm looking at other things, like the other things we've discussed in the chat. The increase in demand for industry, just the fact that money loses its value. And here's another thing for you guys, right? Another thing to take into account and just to put things into perspective. Now, I like to follow things, and I do this because when I used to do the articles, quite a lot of these articles were hordes of old coins have been discovered here, and hordes of old coins have been discovered there, etc., etc. And one thing you very often see, time to time, is they give you values of that gold. So one example, and I'm just pulling the figures out here because I can't remember the exact figures, but it'll be like 26 gold coins. Discovered in a Elizabethan hoard or something like that, and the face value would have been worth 26 quid at the time, which was enough to buy a modest house. And then you fast forward, and nowadays it's worth like £250,000, which is about enough to buy a modest house. And what you see is gold doesn't really go up in value. Money just comes down in value. Enough gold to buy a house all those hundreds of years ago is about enough gold to buy a house today. So it's money that's losing its value most of the time. You know what I mean? So that's always going to happen. Money's always going to keep devaluating. Silver's going to keep being more desirable, because the more people want it. It's that snowball effect. That's what we're seeing. One thing's leading into another. So it's getting more desirable for industry, and industry is struggling to get it more and more, and that makes other people that are investors think, okay, well, I don't want it for industry, but other people do need it for industry. So there's going to be a bit of a shortage here, as we know, supply and demand. So I'm going to buy this just as an asset, or I'm going to buy it as a raw material and just keep hold of it for a while, because I think it's going to be a good investment. Russia's doing it. The Saudi American Bank of doing it. The Saudi Bank of doing it. And we're seeing more and more big, major players around the world that are buying precious metals and silver, especially silver. Gold's always been, gold is for gold standard, isn't it? You know what I mean? It really always has been. So, people have always invested in gold, but people up there, high up, are taking silver very, very seriously now. That's all I'm saying. There we go. We may not know whether silver will go up or down. What we do know is there's a massive shortfall. Demand is riding and counting. Nobody knows exactly the future. You know what I mean? Nobody knows the future, but we do know what supply and demand leads, don't we? You know what I mean? So look, where are we? I'm enjoying buying and stacking. It's a fun thing to do, and that's half the attraction for me. Exactly. Which is why it never needed to be the best investment for me. You know what I mean? It's even if it doesn't go up massively from now. I was talking to my friend about this last night as well, and I was saying about when I first started getting into investing, which is stocks and shares for me. When you talk actual investments, I've had collections. And I've done the old collective things, and I have things that are worth money, but I've never really seen them as an investment. It's a collection, you know what I mean? I do keep that bit separate. But when I first got into investment, it was through stocks and shares, ETFs, the market, that kind of thing. Whether it be individual companies or as I say, ETFs like the S&P 500, that kind of thing. And I can remember saying to him, I said, one thing that I thought at the time when I first started buying stocks and shares is, at the moment, I'm going to be honest with you guys, at the moment I'm pissing my money up the wall on a regular basis. I'm going out, I'm getting slashed, I'm going clubbing, I'm doing this, that and the other, and I've never got any money anyway. I'm literally pissing up the wall. So if I start putting in money into this and it goes down 10%, I've still got way more than what I would have done if I want putting the money into something, keeping it safe and stopping me bloody spending it. So for that respect and nothing alone, I mean, silver's always going to be a fantastic, thing to invest in, because it's going to grow and grow and grow, because you just tend to love it so much. And how could you not, with the beautiful designs we've got? You know what I mean? But yeah, it's important. To me, it's important to have fun doing it, but to other people, it's not. Some people are literally just true blue weight stackers. They just want to buy it as cheap as possible, sell it as high as possible, and that's fine too. That's perfectly fine as well. But me personally, mate, BBA, me, me, I'm more like you. I like to, I like that collection. I like that, that variety in what I've got. There you go. We do appreciate a polite challenge. Feel free to speak the challenge. 𝗫𝗺𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫 people. It's all about Discord right here, and I've always been open to talking both sides with people. And I'll be open to understand their side as long as they're open to understand what I'm saying as well. You don't have to agree with me. Just try and be open to listen to what people say. There's nothing wrong with discourse, is there? You know what I mean? But that's my only issue. If people want to come in here and disagree and tell me I'm wrong, do it till the cars come home. I don't care. If you want to come on and join me as a guest and tell me how wrong I am, again, I don't care. But as long as we keep it civil, especially in the live chat, that's all I ask, guys. I think the markets will be chaos next week. I mean, the problem is there's a lot of people sat in uncharted territory right now. You know what I mean? It's so difficult. Like for me, I'm near enough out of stock at the moment, near enough completely out of stock for my Monday night auctions. So when I come on Monday, the stuff I'll have on Monday, I have bought during these high prices. So what can happen Monday is, and this is where it gets a little bit more tricky, guys, because I have to buy a load. I've got to buy a couple of grand's worth of stuff in for stock to sell, right? So if I do that, and then on Monday the prices go down even just by a couple of quid, I've lost a lot of money right there because I've had to buy a lot in one go. Which is why I do say spreading the cost is the best thing to do. But yeah, I mean, I've got to buy new stock in, and my prices are going to be absolutely insane. You know, the people who are selling it to me are going to be saying stuff like, oh yeah, Spot's done this, Spot's done that, and I'm going to be saying stuff like, yeah, but tomorrow it can come back down by 3-4 quid. You know what I mean? And I need to cover my losses and that kind of thing, mitigate my losses. So it's not this right now is not a fun time for people who sell silver. I can remember myself and 𝗀𝗶𝗃𝗀𝗃 were having a chat before it dipped a little bit before, and we were saying how glad we were that it's dipped a little bit, and how much we were hoping that it steadied out a little bit, because it makes our lives a lot easier. You know what I mean? But when it's like this, you are worried when you buy it. There is a little bit of risk. Well, there's quite a bit of risk there, because the more money you're putting in it, the more you can risk. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not. We'll see how things go on Monday. But I've bought some already, but I bought it yesterday, so it's joined these prices. Then I'm going to try and get some tomorrow as well. But we'll see how we get on. That's where selling becomes a challenge to me. To me, it's all about how haggling and bartering to get the price off to try and make a decent profit on it. That's why I start a lot of my stuff around spot price when I'm selling it. You know what I mean? I work hard to try and get cheap prices in, so I can try and do as good prices as I can for you guys. I mean, it's not always possible. Sometimes when I get the more premium, the better graded pre-decimal stuff, I have to say to you, I can't stock this at spot. It's just not possible. But I always try and get the spot price silver every week. Metal is money, always has been, always will be spent. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying about, the same amount of gold that could buy a house 500 years ago is the same amount of gold that can buy a house today. It's you're not wrong there, mate. You're really not. Missiles contain absolutely, Franny, absolutely. The war, and other uses in war. And that's just one of many, like I say, there's the medical industry, there's the electrical industry, the electronics industry, including photovoltaics, there's the war industry with things like missiles, but other guidance systems, drones. War is not fought like it used to be fought, guys. War is not won with soldiers anymore. War is won by what war machines you've got. Who's got the best carrier group? Who's got the best fighter jet? Who's got the best tank? Who's got the best anti-tank? That's what's winning wars going forward. And militaries are investing in technology, guys. You know what I mean? And we're going to need silver for that too. So you're absolutely not wrong at all there, Franny. Not in the slightest. And it's just one extra thing that is adding to all these other things that are causing this perfect storm of silver, going up in value. And that's literally why we've seen it go up in value the way we have. You know what I mean? But again, I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not even I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not qualified in finances in any way, shape or form. I'm just a guy on the internet who gives you his own opinion. That's all I am, guys. I defer to platinum. When we first started producing it, the challenges were difficult. Use case costs. No, we can't live without it. Yeah. Platinum's done incredibly well, hasn't it, guys? It really has. Well done to the stackers of platinum. TC got a diplomatic, nice way of answering questions. Thank you, jokers. I worked in complaints for many years, so that's maybe something to do with that. Joker, I'm a jerk. He's so much cooler with his responses. I just want everyone to get on. Even if we don't agree, I just want everyone to get on, you know what I mean? I can't stop looking at your display of crowns. They look Oh, thanks, BBA, mate. Yeah, I've got some nice ones there. There's some very, very nice condition ones. There's what we got. So tops with different faces. So you've got George III there. You've got George IV there. Jubilee Head Queen Victoria there. Edward VII there. George V there. And then, because I couldn't fit him on top, I've got George VI at the bottom. And then you've got the original Benedetto Pastrucci George Slain the Dragon. You've got the Victorian shield design. You've got the George VI shield design from his coronation, as designed by George Kruger Gray. And then you've got the George Slain the Dragon rocking horse. So it's all the different faces and all the different designs I could put in. Now I was going to put. I've got a restrike of a Gothic crown, and I was maybe thinking of adding that to it, but they're all legitimate. They're all 100% bona fide, and I'd feel a bit cheating if I'm put a restrike in there for the Gothic. But I'm not going to get a real Gothic anytime soon, am I? So there's no other way I can add one to it. But yeah, we'll see how I feel about that one. 100 years, 1 ounce of gold has been enough to buy a good quality men's suit. Yeah. I mean, I call next suits good quality, so a couple £100 for me. I saw it like 300 quid for a suit. Get one from Asda for 75. But you're right, a tailored, a proper suit, not like the cheap stuff I wear, a proper one, yeah, for sure. Gold in inflation on average goes up about 10% every year, as a rule of thumb. For sure. Sorry, I'm very late. You are forgotten, Jax. Your wife won the duck race, bruv. Your wife won the duck race tonight. So congratulations to the Jack Stacks family. Let's have a look. Love that saying, getting slashed. It's good one. It is a good one. Like my plan at the start of the year was to cash in all my duplicate 50p's for a solve. Yes, yeah. It wasn't the year to do that, was it? Get half a sort. Yeah, well, I've had to start buying halves, mate. I used to buy full-uns all the time, and now I have to get halves. Let's have a look. Where are we? A lot of hellos there. Do you want some back, TSC? What's that? Get some clap back. You're gonna give me some clap back? Come on here and argue with me. I'd love it. I would love it, Ian. Want some of my silver back? Yeah, you can give me some silver back if you want to. You know what I'm saying? I'm joking. Nice win earlier. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Proper bundle of stuff. The community has been on point, getting bits across to me, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Only been stacking since last year and have 50 odds silver and 2 odds gold. Just bought a 1929 George V, a half sovereign, only collecting for when I'm gone. It's no longer work. Fair enough, logistics. Fair enough. And good time. You chose well to get into it. You got in just before the hikes. This chair, it does me. I'm sorry, guys. It does me. I need to get a cushion for it. Fair play and good luck to you, mate. Good luck to you. I do love a bit of stacking. Look how many commemorative 50p's I've been. I know, but still, the price of sovereigns doing what it's done. It's not. I'm sorry for you, mate. I wish you could still buy a sovereign for what you could back then. You know what I mean? But then again, don't wish the value of your stack away. You know what I mean? Like, I would much rather keep seeing the price go up and keep buying the same amount and keep having that amount go up in value going forward. You know what I mean? Only been stacking. Yep, did that one. But it's so shiny, and I like shit. I like shit shiny and golden and silver. My precious. Yeah, for sure, Ned, for sure. Did you rob an arcade? Yeah, me and BBA did one over in Notts. We just went around with sledgehammers and just took all the commemoratives out. We didn't take any of the other money. We broke out machines. All money went on the floor, and we just sat there for hours upon hours going through them. No, he's got a fantastic collection, BB has. I've given a lot of mine away now. But yeah, BBA's got a fantastic collection of them. Robot, sorry, not Joker. Yeah, okay. Yes, for crowns. Look cool indeed. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate that, mate. I do love a crown. My favourite way to invest in CGT free silver is the Victorian crown, or the silver crown, should I say. It doesn't matter if it's a Georgian or Victorian or even Edwardian, really. I mean, that's BB-8's 50p collection right there, guys. Look at it. It's got hundreds of pounds worth just in face value. Fantastic work, BB-8. I'm stepping out soon. Before I go, am I walking away from responsibilities? Love it, mate. Gotta go, says Tim. Bedtime fit kids. Yeah. It's 9 o'clock, guys. Well done. You got me ranting towards the end. I love a shelf support, so I folded a shilling in half, drilled a hole in it. And I'm unfortunately got to tell everybody my guest for next week has just cancelled on me and will no longer be joining me next week. Somebody please ban 𝗁𝗵𝗏 from my channel. You're an abuser. You're a pre-decimal abuser. 𝗁𝗵𝗏 is what you are. He does it to wind me up. He does. We're checking through her poker chips. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, you got enough of them coming, mate. Honestly. Jax, mate, that's for pile right there. It is a stonker of a pile. Look at it. Look at all that. It's incredible. Incredible pile of bloody community goodies here. I think I've lost my love for metals. I'm kidding myself if I think I can afford to buy it anymore. Well, I mean, hold on, I'm just gonna have to move it. Oh dear, that wasn't nice. Right, my cox goes to sleep on this chair. I get what you're saying. It's like, with sovereigns, I can't really afford to buy sovereigns now. So I'm buying half sovereigns, you know what I mean? And 1 ounce, as when it wasn't that long ago, and it was 25 quid an ounce, and now you can't buy an ounce of silver for less than 50. I get what you're saying, Shiny. I do get what you're saying, but the good thing is with fractional. I know the premiums go up more with fractional, but I'm going to continue to buy it because I do think the price is going to continue to go up at least over time. Again, guys, don't if it goes down by 4 quid by this time next week, don't come back and say, oh yeah, but you said it was going to go up. I'm saying over the next 5 to 10 years, because of all the different reasons we've been talking about today. I absolutely do think that we are going to see silver do good things in the future. But again, I can't stress it enough. There are going to be times where the price drops. The worst thing you can do, guys, in with any asset is panic sell. You see the price start going down, you start going into red, you start losing money, you start panicking, you start saying, well, I'm gonna sell out, I'm gonna sell out. Now, bear with me, because even if you bought at the very worst time in 2011 and you didn't sell and you watched that price, and it must have been gut-wrenching for anyone who did or has watched that price sink, and you didn't stop and you just kept buying and buying and buying. Even people who bought at the worst possible time in 2011 are still making money now. Now, I know you're going to say, oh yeah, it's 2011, that's 14, 15 years. You shouldn't have to wait that long. You know what I mean? But it's paid off. It still has paid off. You know what I mean, guys? So, look, this is my opinion, as I say, and I don't want anyone coming and shouting at me and telling me that they put a second mortgage on the house out because of what I said. Make your own decision, do more research. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, and I try and break things down as clearly as I possibly can, but definitely always go and double check anything I say, because I am not in any respect perfect, and I do make mistakes. So always, and that's not just me. I'd say that for any other channel you watch. Now, I'm not saying they're wrong. All I'm saying is you should go and double check it before committing money to anything. There's a lot of people out there that wants you to spend your money in various ways for various reasons, you know what I mean? So always double check. If I had just bought every premium I come over £5 premium, I'd be a happy collector right now, yeah, for sure. The price fluctuations in the silver market is to scare people into selling, in my opinion. And look, there's absolutely an element of that. There is an element of that for sure. But there's people, everyone's out there trying to manipulate the market, and even me. You know, I think people should go out and buy silver. Would it help me if people do go out and buy silver? Do I want to see the price of silver go up? Yes, because I personally gain from it. You know what I mean? So it would be fantastic. And if I can, you know, persuade people that maybe were thinking about it before to go out and do it, then yeah, I want to see silver go up. So there's always personal gain, always. I mean, that's not really market manipulation. That's just me saying, you know, what I think is going to happen. You know, market manipulation goes a lot further than that. I'm just using it as a very, very basic example. You know what I mean? But there's people out there that are trying to manipulate the market into the way they want to see it happen. There's so many influencers out there that are going to tell you silver is going to go to the moon because we want you to buy silver because we want price of silver to go up, or they might say silver is going to crash because they're short in silver, or they want to sell short, you know, or they want to buy silver, we want to see the price go down, etc., etc. So every single market is being manipulated as much as possible at all times, literally all times. There's always somebody out there trying to manipulate the market in one way or the other, and they're all working against each other. Everyone's working for their own personal benefit. You know what I mean? So absolutely, Daniel, to some form of extent, 100%, you're right there. I personally don't know to what extent that's been done personally. I'm one of those people that bought stuff in 2011. That's why I'm being cautious now. I get that. And that's important to remember, guys, because people went through stuff in 2011. And what they went through in 2011 is not something I wish on anything. When you wake up and you see that the price of something you've invested in has literally tanked and bottomed out, it's got to be awful. And this is why I understand the caution that a lot of people are showing, because a lot of people got very badly burnt in 2011, you know, and I get that, which is why I try and be understanding when people say, you know, it's 2011 all over again, etc., etc. But I generally don't think it is. I genuinely do not think it's a rerun of 2011. Before we end it, I want to know your guys' opinion when I finish smashing me set about. Good night, Jamie. You have a good one, mate. So, let's have a look. And this is, as I say, guys, completely anonymous, so don't worry about that. But is this another 2011? And let me put that out in the chat. There we go. There you go, guys. Is it another 2011? Tell me what you think, and be honest. You know, as I say, it's completely anonymous, so no one will know whose answers what. At the moment, we've got okay, so it's moved now. Okay, it's really moving now. So we'll keep it open a little bit, and please do vote one way or the other, just to give us an understanding of where people are at the moment. As I say, it's completely anonymous. Nobody will know which way you voted, guys. So look, I will have a look at blistering body colours eventually. I'm not sure really. Sorry, I suffered a stroke, so mind not all there anymore. Blah, blah, blah. Every time you sell, buy, you become the manipulator. You exactly. Every time you sell or buy, you do become the manipulator in a teeny level. You do, but you get. I see Space Miner gets what I'm saying there. So look. Oh, purple, Jack. I'll have to go check. What's purple? I like purple. Can you tell I like purple? A lot of purple going off around here, isn't there? You know what I mean? My favourite colour, that. Right, it's 8 minutes past 9. I'm going to leave the poll open until 10 minutes past, and we'll see. And while I do that, I'm going to remind you all of a few events we've got coming up. So we've got next week, guys. Don't forget, you've got the Silver Punk and Cyber Soundman. Let's have a look right here. We've got Stacking with Craven, Silver Punk live December the 20th, hosted by Stacking with Craven and produced by D-Axis. There you go. I don't get a producer. No one wants to come and produce my stuff for me. I have to do it all myself. Little violin out there. Yeah, so we've got that next Saturday. You've also got the last Stack Chat of the year next Saturday as well, guys. I assume most of you will be over watching Silver Punks. But when that finishes, about 8 o'clock, feel free to pop over and join us for the last Stack Chat of the year. And then Boxing Day, don't forget, guys, 𝗀𝗵𝗃 Stacker is doing his charity auction over on his channel. I believe he's starting about 7:30. Don't forget to get the items over to him if you want to donate something to the auction. And then on the 27th, we've got the award night for Stackers Social over in Stackers Social, and that's been put together by the one and only 𝗫𝗺 He's done some fantastic work putting all that together, and I'm going to be there too as well. But 𝗫𝗺 it's very much his thing, that is. But yeah, that's what we've got over the next couple of weeks. Loads and loads of great live streams, guys. I hope you all have a fantastic Christmas period. I really do hope you do. But we'll have a chance to chat again before then. And also, guys, don't forget, come and join me on Monday if you like silver for at or around spot price. Come and join me every Monday over at Whatnot from 6 p.m. for my Monday night TSC's treasure trove. No, seriously, I try and start as much as possible underneath spot price, and quite often things do sell underneath spot prices. There's going to be loads of people in the chat right now that can testify to the fact that they have indeed purchased things below spot price from me. So do come across and join us. It is mostly the pre-decimal, older stuff, world silver, that kind of thing. I try and get as much bullion in as possible. There are definitely at least a couple of pieces of 999 bullion in this Mondays, and I'll be starting them as low as I possibly can do as well. I don't think we'll see it crash to £8 like in 2011. There's going to be a correction. There will absolutely be a correction. Of this much, I do not dispute that. There will at some point be a correction. You know, we've seen a lot it go up very high, very quick. So I can see it dropping a few quid before it goes up again, just like it did not too long ago. When was it? Let's have a look at it, guys. This is why we record all this stuff. Oh, that's wrong screen. Here I am. Right, so when was it? So yeah, it was up. It was. I don't put the dates in. No, probably handy if I did. But it went up to 38, didn't it? And then it went down, and it was going. We're seeing it up, and I think it went up to 40, and it got just above 40, around $50 mark, and then it hit resistance. Then it dropped down a few quid and went back to 36. And then since then, it's been toing and froing, 36, 37, 36, 38, 38, and then we've seen another little run, 41, 43, 46. You know, so yeah, we'll definitely see, like we did before, where it dropped. You know, it went above 40 and then dropped back down to 36, and then it kind of did that before coming back up again. We are absolutely going to see that. Absolutely, at some point there's going to be another dip, and it's going to be it's going to level itself out a little bit, and then it'll go up again over time. And I do think we're going to see sporadic spikes in the price of silver from time to time. And like I say, it'll spike up, it'll recover, it'll do a little finger wiggle like that, and then it'll spike up again, recover, do a little finger wiggle like that, and I think that's what we're going to be looking at. That's what we're looking at. Hit the TSC. There's no chance tonight, guys. I knew. That's why I haven't mentioned it. I knew I won't be singing tonight. I'm on my own, you see. So and it's not a particularly long one either. So I knew I wasn't going to be singing. So in the last 4, you've only had to hear me twice. So you've not done bad there, guys. You're not done bad. Just won 0.5 gram gold on Whatnot followers givey. There you go. I told you it's for way forward for free metals. It is. The Whatnot givers are a fantastic way to get free metals. I'm going to start looking to do 1 followers giveaway per week. I do most of my giveaways as buyer appreciation giveaways. I give away loads of stuff, all silver coins. So yeah, a bit of free silver. Why not? You know what I mean? Buy something for an amount you are happy to buy it for. Some people buy things less than spot and then win a free coin on top as well, guys. So yeah, the Whatnot giveaways, get involved. And also, if you're new to Whatnot, don't forget, if you use my Whatnot code to sign up to the site, you get £10 free credit. For you to buy anything you want on Whatnot. So I like to say at least everybody gets at least 1 cheap piece of silver on Whatnot, because you get your £10 off. You buy something at normal price and it makes it £10 cheaper than it should do. So everyone gets a 1 cheap piece. Do use those referral codes, guys. And if anyone's thinking about selling on Whatnot and hasn't done so yet, speak to me, because I also have a referral code for I think £150 or £200 you will get if you use my referral code if you're thinking about selling on Whatnot. So do get at me and let me know. But the buyer's referral, the £10 referral, is below. I don't put them both there because if people don't realise, they'll just think, well, I'm going to use the higher amount one, and that one it's only if you're selling stuff. So I keep the buyer's referral down there. The metals are going up so much at the moment, not because of inflation, but because people don't trust the banks. It's a number of reasons, Numis. It is a number of reasons, and that, you know, people putting things into safe haven metals is definitely one of them. Definitely one of them. But we're seeing, you know, it's like I said before, we're seeing a bit of a perfect storm of all these different things coming together to put the price of silver up. So yeah, let's end this poll. I'm a little bit later than I said I would. So we've got 76% saying no, and I'm with the 76. But there's still a quarter of the people out there, guys, still think that this is another 2011, and we're just going to see it come crashing all the way back down. Personally, I don't. But we will see. We will see. And same to say, if anyone wants to come on for a live chat and discuss why you think it is another 2011, let me know, and we'll try and get you booked in as soon as possible. You don't have to be a creator to come on for a live chat with me. I have always said that. I've always highly encouraged people out of the community to come on and have a chat, because that's what these live chats are all about: getting together as a community and having a good old chinwag. So if anyone ever wants to come on and chat about any specific topics, do let me know, and we can look to get that done. TC, I've great on your whatnot giveaways. Ned does all right. Ned's won a fair few of my whatnot giveaways. Calc's not done bad. He's won a few as well. I know. I do. I'll do little coins. So I'll do stuff like a silver shilling here, a silver sixpence there, maybe a florin or something. And I work my way up, and the last giveaway of the night is always, I always try and do quite a good one for the last giveaway of the night. Can't do it, Jax. We haven't got to 50 likes, mate. I can't do it. We're like a whole 10 away, mate. So I can't tell you how fantastic you all are, unfortunately. Can Sound Money do a video about whatnot? There you go. Right, and guys, I think I've probably rabbled on for long enough now, but don't forget Silverpunk's auction next Saturday from 4 p.m. Do make sure you check that out on Stacker Social. When you finish watching that, come over and check me and Griff out, nattering like a couple of old ladies. And then Boxing Day, Cobra Stacker. Make sure you're at Cobra Stacker's auction. He's doing it for charity, guys. It's a fantastic cause. Please, if you can't donate anything, if you can't buy anything, please at least come over and show some support in the live chat. He's a wonderful guy, and it's a wonderful thing he's doing. So please do head on over, even if it's just joining the live stream. And then on the 27th, we've got the award ceremony that Cyber Soundman has very graciously put together for us all. Hit those likes now. Good luck, guys. Good luck. You got no chance. 43. You're still 7 away. See you in the morning too, Barry. I will make sure I set the correct alarm this time. I have missed one coin fair. It was a West Midlands one. It's because I set an alarm which was set for specific days. It was Monday. It was a Monday to Friday alarm, so I put the time in right, but it didn't go off till Monday morning. So I woke up Sunday morning. I was like, why is it so bright and light, and why is it like fully daytime when my 7 o'clock alarm's not even gone off? Oh my God, what have I done? So I had to ring Barry up and say, Barry, mate, I'm sorry, not coming. But I will definitely be there tomorrow, mate. Loved it, and always looking forward to next week already. Coin Noob's a great guy, guys. He really is. If you haven't gone to the following channels, get yourself across there. You got Brits and Bobs, Silverpunk, who's donated the fantastic pieces as well, Nerd UK, but you know, only subscribe for 5 minutes, then unsub again and be on your way, because Nerd is a cheeky one. Now go and subscribe to Nerd. Subscribe to Coin Noob, because he's going to be our guest next week. And everyone else, just subscribe to everyone. Thanks, TSC, great show. Oh, thank you, Crispy. I appreciate that, mate. I really do. Thank you, BBA. I appreciate that. Even though it's just my dulcet tones tonight and no guest to keep you all entertained. We do have, of course, Coin Noob coming across next week. So it's gonna be a commemorative 50p in the bundle next week. I can smell that much cooking already anyway, because both myself and Coin Noob have been lovers of the 50p in the past. We've both, you know, kind of recently maybe fallen out of love with 50p a little bit. Not the 50p, for the way the 50p is being used and abused, and the amount of non-recirculations that are coming out, and the fact we're not getting any decent circulating commemoratives. So yeah, we'll have a good old chat about that and put the world to rights. Yep, okay, everyone. Someone say 50p? I certainly did, mate. I certainly did. 50p army is still strong, BBA. Don't worry about that. But I've definitely rabbited it on for long enough now, guys. So I am going to leave you all in the usual fashion by saying, until next time, as always, look after each other. Keep stacking. Take care. And goodbye. All right, guys. You have